Good morning. I can totally explain. I mean, I can't explain. Okay, I can't explain. So my plan was that we were going to try to kick out Tia. And if I couldn't find, or I couldn't kick her out, I was going to amiibo in Frank because for some reason, I thought that I had Frank's amiibo. I don't have Frank's amiibo. So the best thing that I could do is clickbait this and just threaten my island because I feel like if I complain loud enough, like I always do, I'll get what I want. So hello. Hello. Also between both switches, I think you've reset. That is not, no, I haven't reset an island in over a year. So I've been good about that. Also, hello. Hi, friends. Welcome in. Let's start with our hellos very quickly. A-Bear, hello. Mrs. G, hello. Zach, National Pretzel Day. Happy National Pretzel Day. Now I really want a pretzel. Thanks, Zach. But thank you. It's good to see you. Kitty, hello. Megs, hello. Belle, hello. Nyla, hello. Anna, hello. Yeah, no. So it's probably going to be clickbait, friends. I'm probably going to get what I want. I do love Lagom. I really do. I think that it is a really great island to end Animal Crossing New Horizons on, in the sense that I would like to keep it. I would like to keep it, but it's just when you've tried for multiple days, for multiple hours to get one amiibo, one villager, one thought bubble to occur, and it doesn't, you think the island's against you. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. So I have my water. I have my coffee. I hope you have your coffee, your meds, your food, your noms, because we're going to figure out how stressed I actually am. I was so stressed from the last 2 weeks, friends, that I cut my own bangs, okay? Like, that is the level of stress that Artsy is right now. I'm actually okay, but yeah. The cry begins. I don't think I've ever cried on stream. I did, I had some tearful things when I was drawing Andra's thank you card. I think that's when I cried. But no, I don't know if I will actually cry. I may curse though. This may become spicy artsy content, in which case you will probably learn how artful my vocabulary is. But other than that, I think we're gonna be okay. Recently, someone I wanted to move to Ghibli showed up, but she kept trying to kick out the wrong villager. Isn't that so frustrating? Thank you. Appreciate it. Team delete. No, Lagom has been Lagom for 2 years, y'all. Like, I've had Lagom since 2024. And let me show you. We're just gonna get into this. Let me just, aside from my angry face, hold on. Can we just appreciate that I finally did KK Mania? That I finally completed this thing? Isn't that so fun? Isn't that so fun? I'm so excited. But we'd like to do a couple of things on the Artsy Gamer. First and foremost, we like to move the pop-out chat over to the screen over here. We like to talk about our weekly goals and weekly wins. So it's been a rough 2 weeks in our household. If you don't know, friends, my child contracted the pertussis, the whooping cough, and thankfully, because of modern day science, aka vaccinations, he had a limited reaction, with the exception of a really high fever that was managed with antibiotics and Tylenol. Unfortunately, because of how contagious it was, last Monday I was talking with the government via text about like trying to figure out where he got it. And so he was in isolation for the better part of like 10 days, which we all loved. We loved it. We hated it so much. He is an active child. He loves to be outside. He loves to do things. And we're like, no, you have to rest. And he did not like that. And neither did we. So we had plans that didn't happen. Everything was put on hold, which, you know me, that stresses me the heck out. And so we're now getting back into it. The kiddo is back in school. The hubs is back in school. I'm back here with all of you lovely people. So that I consider a weekly win starting off the bat. But yes. Yeah, creative cursing. I rescued my fiance from locking himself in the post office. Okay, Nyla, there's a story there. That's like a Hallmark story. I want to hear all about it. But yeah, no, it didn't affect him too terribly. It's mostly just the fact that, like, it's a very infectious disease, or contagious infectious. It's one of those. It's one of those things. And it's like, of course we want to protect people. He Let me tell you another weekly win. He knows how to wear a mask at the age of 4. He put on the mask when we were going to the doctor's office because he knew that's what he had to do. So for those man children out there who can only wear masks when they're, you know, stealing people off the streets, my 4-year-old is better than you. I'm just saying. So anyway, I have been gifting Tia so many things. She is out and about somewhere. I think the current trend is not doing well because our girl Vesta did an exclamation point and came at me. So I think we just have to move forward today, yeah? Lori, hello. Yeah, no, bless him. Yeah, no, he's 4. He's 4. And this girl sprinted, oh no, he says he's done it multiple times before and it was fine, but this time he couldn't get out and called me to walk there. Oh goodness. You got your steps in, and the princess is the rescuer. So I think that's a great story. Okay, so this girl exclamation pointed at me and talked to me. So that means that we're not going to get a thought bubble today, correct? And my flowers are a mess. So 53% of you want me to reset this island. That's rude. What if it was literally clickbait, friends? I mean, yes, it's not that I don't believe in the power of the people and voting and polling, but what if it was like literally just me thoughting, you know? Let's just do this. And I think we want to go to like noon. Yeah, let's do noon. Oh, but we also like to do like incentives known as a bubble break. So if you know what that is, like the stream. But if you don't know what that is, like the stream and find out. Listen, I don't often do clickbait. And when I do clickbait, I am very clear with my labeling that it is 100% clickbait. And so in the description, it says baby clickbait. But the chaos and the punsies, I know. So we're going to give this 3 hours. And if Tia does not say goodbye, we may say goodbye to Lagom. I don't know. You could ignore us and always valid. I know. I do. It's like the voices in my head. I ignore the chat in the chat. Yeah. Also, friends, if you have voices in your head and that's like a literal condition, don't at me, please. Don't at me, please. My weekly win is that I went on a birding walk, much longer than usual, and got pics of a beautiful warbler. Oh. Anna, are you in the Discord? Can you post some of those pictures in like animals, pets, or wherever? Because that sounds like a fun time. Oh my gosh. I have not talked hardly to any of my villagers. And I got to late June from yesterday with all of the time traveling. So my flowers are a mess. Hi, Fang. Well, we have a thought bubble. I don't know if it's... Okay, we're gonna check and see if this is a thoughty thought bubble. And if it's a thoughty thought bubble, we may be starting off strong today. Ignoring the audience. My grandma always said whooping cough was the scary... Whooping cough was always the scariest thing her kids ever had, and they got measles and typhoid? Oh man. Fang, thank you for believing in this island more than me. This is how you know the island's a real one, where the villagers are like, oh snap, we messed up. We actually need to like listen to the resident representative. Yeah, no, he didn't have like the whooping cough. In Korea, they call it the 100-day cough. And so, as I said, Koreans take it very seriously. Like, I had an investigation around how it started. And so, like I said on last Monday, I was texting the detective, I guess is what we could call her. And she was like, well, why was your son at school on Friday when he had pertussis? And I said, well, one, we did the testing. We didn't get the answers until Saturday. So the day after that he had pertussis. And the rules for the daycare is that if he has, it's Gonzo. The rules that he has for daycare is that as long as they don't have a fever, they're not coughing, and they're not like keeling over, they can go to school, right? And so I was like, he wasn't showing any symptoms that we would consider as a concern. And so I said, and after we found out that he had it, it's like we all like closed the door in the apartment. All the things that we needed, we ordered for delivery. So it's not like we were intentionally getting people sick. And then I let the teacher know, I let his classmates know, I let the birthday girl's parents know from the birthday party where he likely got it. Like I tried. So yeah, I'm very glad for modern medicine though. And I'm very glad that like we didn't have the issue. Naru, hello. I'm in so much pain from walking, and the storm sent me to the cellar for safety. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have the traveling, the traveling thought bubble is not leaving the house. I'm okay with that. The call is coming from inside, well, behind the house. Is this Fang again? Hello? The husbands are not allowed to leave though. That's not okay. All right, well. This may be a short stress out. I'm okay with that. There we go. Man, see, I complain enough. I get what I want. Still stinging from that one time a certain streamer ignored chat. Which part? Because I know that Kato is famous for ignoring the chat, mostly because she is frequently very correct in her sentiments for things. And I say this because she knows my Discord and she'll yell at me. Not really. Kato all the time. I know. When has she actually ever listened to the chat? I actually sort of kind of listen to you all. But I was thinking like maybe do I want to do a perfect island? Do I want to re-roll like for the perfect island? And what does that even mean? What does that even mean? You know? What does that even mean? And Weekly One, you spent the weekend with long distance friends. So are they from the UK or are they from like abroad? All right. Thursday for Tia. I try very hard to not ignore the chat, but I've been playing Zelda and it got raided during a boss fight. That's perfectly fine. In my opinion, you can be like, hold on, thank you for coming in. Give me a second. When did Kato listen to the chat? When there was an AI summary and we were all messing with it to the point that it was incoherent? I mean, AI is easy to mess with. How did you mess with it? Okay. Ava, hello. Okay, hi Rosie. I fully believe in my heart of hearts that if the tourist has a thinky thought, the other thinky thought doesn't thinky thought, and I get really annoyed with this. So we're gonna give Rosie a home, and then we're gonna move forward. Gotta go, have to do a thing, so good luck, Belle. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's fun when chat bullies the AI. I mean, I believe that AI should be bullied regardless. That isn't annoying. I've never seen the feature on my live stream. Is it just because I'm not cool enough? Is it because I'm not cool enough? People are feeding me ideas about how owl anatomy works in very inaccurate ways, and I think hedgehogs were involved. Oh, that's so funny. Oh man, that's so funny. I like how it went from owls to hedgehogs. Now, if you went from owls to pufferfish, that would have been a really exciting thing. She laughed so hard that she was gasping for like 5. Oh man, I love it when just like the chaos for a stream. Hold on. I love it when there's chaos for a stream and it's just like, it's so derailed that even the streamer can't, like literally cannot. It's great. My method is talk to 3 villagers, time travel 15 days, and make sure that it doesn't land on a Saturday, fishing, bug tourney, and a bubble should appear. All right, when we get through this week, we're gonna do that. I need to find Tia. That's what I need to do. Is she inside the house? Tia. Of course she's inside. All right. I just need to see who the thought bubble is, because we had 2 thought bubbles back to back, and then it disappeared. And you know what really sucks about having preferences, right? Tia is a great villager. She's been wonderful. She waters flowers with Jacob. She's been nothing but sweet. But I'm just like, Tia, I need to change. And you are in the way of that change. And I don't appreciate it. And if you don't go, everybody goes. I'm just like that. That's just the resident representative way. That's exactly how the stream went, and it was like 10 p.m. at night, and she was asking us if a certain experiences in biology class were normal, and it derailed. Oh no. Oh man. That's too funny. Because I guess it started with biology class and dissecting like owl pellets, right? That's how it started. All right, so she's... Hear me out on perfect island idea. Okay, what's your perfect island idea? I just need to see if there's a traveling thought bubble because it looks like we lost the thought bubble. We lost the plot already. This is maybe several months or a year ago. That's how it started. Love it. Yeah, so the one class that I barely passed, and I think that's because the teacher felt sorry for me, was chemistry. And I didn't care enough. One, because I don't know if it's just they didn't trust the students to have experiments, but all of our experiments were computer generated, as in like it was a software. And I'm definitely of like the sort of person that does better with labs. Like I will do a lab just fine because it's following directions and it's reporting what you see. And for some reason, I could not be arsed. The teacher was checked out. We had no textbooks. And I'm just like, I don't trust this teacher. Not in a bad way. He wasn't a bad person. It's just like, I don't trust this teacher to actually give a crap about me. And so I ended up like just not really caring for science. And I told my husband this years later, who is a chemistry teacher, and he was like, you're not stupid. And I'm like, I know, but the school experience made science less fun than it had any right to be. Like, it's supposed to be fun. And so I learned from him various concepts of like how to balance equations and, you know, learning about the mole and all of that. And so it's just, I find it interesting that in the United States, I think it's on the basis of test scores that schools get budgeting. But wouldn't it make more sense that the schools that are struggling should get more of a budget? You know, more support? I don't know. So what's your type of chaos? Awful resident services, location, bad pier, peninsula, secret beach, crazy rivers with no access. I think at some point I did do like the worst island layout. I did do that at one point and it didn't last very long. My goal for that island was to do, we're just gonna time travel to the next day, was to do like toxic fairy core, where there was going to be, you know, toxic residue, and it was going to be fairy core that had a lot of like oil spills and like an entire forest that was cut down. Yeah, it was going to be a whole thing. So, I mean, we could do that. I did a vote of like, what is the worst island layout? So in the chat, friends, what is your worst island layout? I'm a kinesthetic learner, but my high school was all about shoveling busy work. I've learned that when it comes to memorization, I am both auditory and visual. So I have to hear and see the thing at the same time in order for me to remember like specific dates and things. So I think if I had had audiobooks back in the day for like my history textbooks, I would have done so much better. But as it stands, I think the millennial education process was more about like, we just want a standard of excellence as opposed to providing excellence to regardless of how you learn. A stumpy minutes. I mean, like, here's the thing too. The pier, I think, becomes the same shape regardless, right? Like, because of the hotel, that doesn't really matter anymore, does it? That doesn't really does it? I don't know. I would send a couple of pics of my Wild World Island in the Discord later. The game made choices. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I really like Lagom, how it is right now. It's just, I feel that I had intentions for a town, and instead it just became kind of like a foresty neighborhood. I don't know. I could try to recreate Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood again. I could try that. Oh, if you keep the museum in a tent, you don't get a hotel? How dare you be happy to see me? What? Excuse me, Artsy, would you happen to have an Imperial chest? You do, really? Sure. For how much? Sure. Whatever gets you going. It's giving Oregon in the nicest way. Thank you. Like, I think if we decide to Rossetti the island, I was thinking of actually going down like a literal campground, like what we were intending on doing with the Slumber Island, like doing a camp foresty island. So basically keeping everything as it is, but changing out the road and making it more lush. You know what I mean? Because this is just, it's very small towny, and I guess I just never really figured out how to make it a town, you know? That's my thing with builds, is that I always feel like I'm just almost there, you know? Almost there. All right, so we're gonna try it your way. We're gonna go 15 days, right? So where's 15 days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. Let's try the 10th instead. Let's try the 10th instead. 'Cause that's the same week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to do an island that's basically the show Green Acres, half city, half country. Like, that's something that I always wanted to do too, is like, I wanted to have this small town where everything was really close together, because there are just some people, like, this does this beautiful thing where it feels like everything's super condensed, but then he has so much room for decorating. And I don't know how that works. All right, yeah, we're trying your method. We did miss Bunny's birthday, so don't at me with that. We're not gonna worry about it. So how many people have voted? We have 19 votes. 53% say to reset the island. 5% say to Rossetti the island. 35, okay, fine. 50% say reset. 5% say Resetti. 35 say amiibo, and 10% say cry. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yes, we believe in the power of voting. Look at that. This man's like, hey, I hear that you want my services that only I can provide. This walkways are 3 or wider. That's true. He does do bigger, bigger walkways. I don't know how he handles 3, or they. I don't know how they handle 3 because it would bother me that the bridges and the other things are not centered. All right, let's see. She's out. Rossetti, hi. Dizzy's back. We love Dizzy. Dizzy came back on the island. It's like, oh, it's me. Do you remember me? I'm like, yes, Dizzy, I remember you. Let's see, and... All right, actually, I think what I want to start doing is gathering... Hi. Artsy, where have you been? Is everything okay? You've been hiding and reading a good book? It's if I'm right, you have to share with me and you're done. Okay, well... Okay, we have a traveling thought bubble. We have a traveling thought bubble. Cool. Cool. Oh no, I cracked plastic. My cat thought it meant a treat and she's yelling at me. That is the rule. Every time that I open a packet of chicken, my cat's like, share. And I'm like going, of course. All right, let's grab 10 of these. Until it's on Tia? Okay, we'll do that. I'm going to gift her because I have been not using this term correctly. I've been love bombing this girl where I only talk with her. I only give her the gifts. I tell her she's pretty. You know, like I do all of the things that would indicate that I would like for her to go. Like I don't understand how this is not difficult. Like this should not be difficult. She's not, no, that's Winnie. She is literally number 4. Like she is number 6 on the, wait, no, 7. She's 7. She's number 7 on this thing. So she's been here for a bit. She's been here for a bit. She's given me her photo during this whole thing twice. So I have like 3 photos of this girl. When I tell you she is loved, I am being sincere. I am being so sincere. I have not been mean to her. I've not hit her with a net. I've not complained with like her lack of respect. I've been doing my due diligence. He's young. Yeah, I know you're obligated to give her the treat now. Mm-hmm. You're obligated to give her the treat. 2 and 3. I think like having 5 is fine, right? Yeah, we'll just have 5. Technically you're complaining right now, but I call this justified. Listen. I've had a week. I've had 2 weeks, Nyla, okay? Let me complain. I don't often complain. I just complain a lot, okay? I don't often do, but when I do, it's a lot. I also have been like just struggling with burnout, and I feel like this is a fun way to take a break from the Pocopia grind because I think I've gotten to the point where I still love Pocopia. I'm not sick of it. I'm just like, it's a lot. It's a lot of building. It's a lot of unlocking Pokemon and being derailed for 10 days because of a sick kiddo, which I don't blame him for, right? I hope it doesn't seem like I'm blaming my child for being a petri dish. That's just how 4-year-olds are. But like, I've been so derailed with the things that I've wanted to do and needed to do because of having a sick kiddo. Wait, I think... Yeah, we'll get rid of this. And it's been very frustrating. And then log bench, we'll get rid of you. Complain all you want, I know. No, I know. I'm just being silly. Wait, come back. I need to love you for a second. Hi. The other thing that if I'm going to get a different island, I'm so sick of peaches, y'all. I would reset an island specifically if it had peaches. Because I would like pears. I would like pears again. I really like having pears on the island. The pears fit a nice color. Please consider leaving. A frog costume, thanks. Should I just like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna wear the clothes that she gifts me until she leaves, okay? So where's the frog costume? Cool. Yep, this is how we're getting started. Wait, where was Fang? Where was Fang? Please tell me. Fang. Fang. Where are you, buddy? Fang. Okay, that wasn't a thought bubble. We'll see. Curses. Yeah, no. They always share. We always talk about the importance of sharing, including infectious diseases. We've been at this for 30 minutes. 2.5 hours before we decide the fate of this poor island. Before we decide the fate. Gosh, my hair is so... I need to do something back here. And it's weird to have my hair almost like past my shoulders at this point. Actually, no, it's past my shoulders with it not being curly. So my hope is to get it to like, I don't know. Do I want to grow it down to the back? I may. The one thing that's really sad though is that I have Megan's Tex and I really like Tex. I really do. I love my villagers. I think that they're great. I love Jacob. I love... Charlize has really grown on me. She is a really cool villager. Winnie, up until I gave her like this one dress I wasn't sure about because she and I have a history, but she's not bad. All right, come on. Thought bubble. A thought bubble, please. A thought bubble. Isabel, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this, please. All right. Any thought bubble? She's out. Eunice is here. Hi, Eunice. I considered actually kicking out somebody for Eunice. She was on my campsite, but I decided not to. How dare you have joy? How dare you have joy? Look how... Okay, also, look how cute she is in this dress. How dare you have joy, madam? That's like the perfect dress for her, though. Guide to packing? Yes, please. The guide to packing so that you can bleeping leave. Respect, with peace and love. Please go. Enjoy your pears. I love you. Now get out. The sweet dress. Okay. All right, but like let's like take a look at this though. Oh, it's May 9th. Did I miss her birthday? I did. Okay. Like, can we just talk about how, with the exception of course, these three, because these three are terrible, and the tools, which I could probably do, I have completed almost everything. Almost everything. Like, look at this. Isn't this wacky doodle? I still have to do these. But I've done everything else. I've helped everybody. I've decorated things. I've completed everything. How dare she be doing airplanes in front of you? I know. My son helped me with a lot of cleaning yesterday. It was nice to have his help. Was there a guide to packing? There is a guide to packing. She was talking about how she's in the middle of the guide to packing. Like... Yeah, alright. Alright, is there any thought bubble? Any thought bubble at all? Naladine, hello. Need to sleep. 2:30. Have a great stream. We'll have an artsy nap. God natt och hälsningar från Sverige. Thank you, Toximuke. It was good to see you. Thank you for your message earlier, by the way. I really appreciate it. It was a very sweet comment. I hope that you enjoy my crash out, depending on what I do on Friday. Oh, man. I mean, on Friday, what may happen, y'all, is we may be doing the perfect island challenge or the imperfect island. We're looking for the most imperfect island without peaches. The peaches are not allowed. Oh man. Yeah, like the layout is great. I love what I've done. Oh. I love what I've done with this island. I really do. I do. But it could be something else. No, not peaches. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. What have I got against peaches? The past like 4 islands that I've had were peaches. That's why. And also my son's island has peaches and I just wanted something different. Nope, Tia's a normal, but is Tia ever a starter? No, she's a normal villager. So she can be technically a starter if you just like want to throw caution to the wind and just have them end up on your island. That's possible. Enjoy some peaches. Some enjoy peaches. Yeah, like that's fine. But I'm definitely like, if I were to put it in preference, right? I would do apples, pears, oranges, cherries, peaches. It used to, I think the peaches and cherries had switched because I was like not really a cherry person, but I've had peaches so many times as my starting fruit. And I know that's silly. I know it's silly because you don't even have to show people that you have whatever on your island, but it matters to me. It matters to me. If you need any starting stuff, hit me up, I got you. I like how everyone's like, you're just resetting this island. I love how we have accepted as part of our zeitgeist that Tia is not going to ask to be in boxes, and she's going to, oh wait, she asked, she gave me this, right? That we're just resetting the island. I love that for me. I love that for me. The poll is rigged. Are people going on their different accounts and just like, wait, is she home? She's not home. She's not home, y'all. Come on, Tia. Hi, Bunny. Come on, Tia. Hi, Winnie. Come on, Tia. Where the bloody heck are you? Okay, there's all the cuties. Hi, welcome in. Welcome to the mess. Population me. I also, okay, you're not thinking. I also think it'd be really cool to do a legitimate, like, feng shui island. That would be really cool. I heard that the poll is ready. I mean, the poll is almost ready. Apple jam, already have. I think the other thing I would hate about resetting is that I'm fairly certain I have most, if not all, of the DIYs. I have a lot of the items that I would use anyway unlocked. So, like, you are so, you're so lucky you're cute. You're so lucky. Yeah, fresh air. You know what is fresh air? Being on an airplane. Go somewhere fun. I will send you a going away party, quite literally. Other accounts. Oh my gosh. This is the 3rd time that this girl has given me her photo throughout this entire endeavor. 3rd time. We are so best friendy, she should go. Listen, I am talking to you more than I talk to Vesta. You are more than I talk to like Fang and Olivia and Antonio. Can you please go? Please. Okay, there has to be a thought bubble though. Like, is there a thought bubble? Is there a thought bubble? Thought bubble? Thought bubble? This is a mess. Thought bubble? What's about other accounts? Bell tolls. Hi. I see you. Hello, hello. Alright. Did we lose the thought bubble again? Let me know if you hear it, because I don't have my headphones in, so if you hear the thing, let me know. Yeah, I really love this island. I think I just didn't push the envelope for being city or town-y enough. I think I really just needed to do lots of these, for example, like lots of these structures around. I think I would have liked it better. Does Artsy know? We're making about the joke about the results of the poll. So 46% of you want me to reset the island. 8% want me to reset E, and 38. So we're getting there. We're getting to the point where people may want to have Tia leave instead of me just punting it to the sun. But you all love chaos, so it depends. My God, my poor flowers are a mess. Does anyone see a thought bubble? Does anyone see a thought bubble? No, right? How dare you three be adorable at this time of complete and total uncertainty? It is the uncertainty principle of whether or not you will exist in 3 hours, ladies. Can you tell Tia to go? Please? Like, it shouldn't, no, listen, this is not Rapture Core, okay? This should be a concern. A concern. It's like they don't care. They don't care. They don't care about my crash out at all. No. I think we already got there. There's still no getting there. I saw the smoke coming from the house and I thought it was one for 2 seconds. You can read other people's options as a single result. Most people don't want the full reset. I know. That's also fair. That's also fair. We can vote it as like reset yes, reset no, in which case most people probably don't want me to. All right, one more. Is it the 12th? So 13th is what, Thursday or Wednesday? It's Wednesday, okay. That is fair. So if reset the island gets to be 51%, that is the winning one though. I want Artsy to do what makes Artsy happy. I want world peace. I want a master's degree that actually gets me employed. I want to have time to make my video game. And I want to be able to eat all the chocolate that I want without worrying about my hips. That's what I want in life. You can't provide that. That's fine, but I can at least complain about it. Oh, the crash out's real, y'all. The crash out is so flipping real. Bunny, hello. Bunny is such a cutie, though. I was kind of iffy about Bunny for the longest time. She's perfect for this island. She's lovely. She's lovely. All the villagers are great. All the villagers are great. Someone asked me for advice, and I want to know what to do if they ever found someone passed out on the beach. And if that happens, speak to them, make sure they're okay. All of that jazz. Me, I just want to get my A1C down to 7, get my weight down to 250, and inspire other women to kick ass and take names. You already do that. You work so hard, Nyla. You're doing amazing. You're doing great. All right. This girl is going to cause me to crash out. All right, let's see. Is she home? She's not home. Is she... We have a dead body on the beach. Cool. Do we have a thinky Girl, please. For the love of Nintendo. Let's chat. A little fresh air. You mean touch grass in this economy? Girl, you know what I want you to do? I want you to touch clouds. I want you to go respectfully with peace and love, because I do love you. You're great. You're wonderful. You're fantastic. Please go home. Somewhere else. Another home. Another place. Green rubber flooring for the insanity room that I'm going to need for this crash out. Do we even have a... Sir? Thank you. I'm so mean to my villagers right now. Oh my god. They're not even my villagers, they're guests. They're paying to be here and I'm just being so rude, but that is the Lagom way. Hi. Any thoughts? Any thoughts? Any thoughts at all? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Y'all, this may be Friday's stream too, depending on the crash out. We may just be trying to get Tia to leave for the forever. This may be just what Animal Crossing has reduced me to. It's been a time. All right. Any thoughts? Any thoughts at all whatsoever? Did I say you could have an exclamation point thought? Hi. Sure. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Welcome to Lagom or else. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome to Tex from Lagom. Hello. And also, I finally feel like I got my interior decorating managed. Like, I figured out how I wanted to do it. You signed a full I will... That's not how legally binding contracts work, Basti. I don't know where you think you're from, but that's not how that works. Bye. No. Tex, I love you. You're so cute. Celestine, hello. Hello, hello. High card, low card. A sweatshirt. Okay. Why aren't you sweating buckets? Because this may be the last day of Lagom. I don't think you quite understand. I don't think you quite understand the pressure that we're all feeling right now, Tex. Because there's not enough stress and pressure in the world, apparently. I have to make it up, you know? Cool, I got a sweatshirt. I've eaten a Nom Now coffee. Love that for you. The problem when I get stressed, at least recently, is that I've not been inspired to like make food, so I will like put together whatever's in the fridge and then I'll be like, go nuts. So maybe today is a kimbap day. Maybe today is a kimbap day, because kimbap is great for any day. My fiance made me more sugar-free ducks. He truly loves me. Oh, that's so sweet. Those pictures that you shared were delicious looking. All right, I don't assume that we have a thought bubble. It'd be too much for me to assume. Hey, Vasta. Hey. You're like a member of the community, right? You're a member of the community. You have a face of calm, of reassurance. Can you do me a favor and tell Tia to go? Because I'm not feeling that calm. And the resident representative, it's like a happy resident representative is an island that still exists. So can you please tell her to like go? Please and thank you. I'm gonna crash out, y'all. Vesta can be blunt, she can do. I know. Vesta has questioned people's intelligence, like to their face. Like, oh, I didn't know you could read. I'm like, wow. Which is why I like Jacob. Jacob is actually one of the smarter, like, lazies that I've met. Oh man. If I get a new island, I could literally go villager hunting for Vesta as my normal. That would be fun. That would be fun. My perfect starter combination would be like I think it would be Hazel and Antonio as my starters. And then I'm trying to think, like, I like a lot of lazies, but there's no lazy that I naturally gravitate to. I know that Scott would say Stu, but that wouldn't be the case. It would probably be like, I don't know. I don't know. She said that to a child on my island. Oh, that's so cute. That's so fun. That's so fun. Years ago, there used to be a person who I guess was really into Animal Crossing while during lockdown because they were a teacher and they couldn't go to school, right? And so there was an island they made that was based off of Eric Carle's Brown Bear, like Brown Bear, what do you see? And I was like, that's such a cute idea, like doing something book themed. And since I'm going back to school to be a librarian, maybe doing like a librarian themed island would be really cute. Like maybe a forest library where there's just like books everywhere. That'd be cute. All right, let me see. This island's a mess though. All right. Thinky thoughts. Thinky thoughts. You're not home. Thinky thoughts. Why? Why? Good to see you. What's the latest? Can you please? Polo shirt. Oh, is there a missing item? I think I saw one. All right, here you go. Enjoy. I don't hate Tia. I've just been trying to kick her out for literal days and literal hours, Celestine. I have nothing against Tia. The only thing that I have against Tia is she's in my way of change and joy, and that means that she's now public enemy #1. There has been no issue up until this point that I wanted to do a change, and she refuses to get with the program. That's the only reason. Like, I like her just fine. I like her just fine. Okay, I guess we're wearing the Academy uniform. What is the Academy uniform? What's this? Cool. Alright, well. If this girl also dropped an item, I'm going to throw my controller across the room. Not really, because that's expensive, but the sentiment still stands. Why kick? Because I just want to change, you know. Whether it's actually popular might depend on the owner. I think that's Tex, right? I think that's Tex. Ooh, a D&D island? That would be cute too. Alright. Is he home? So not only... Tex. Thank you. See, Tex knows. Tex knows what to do. Tex. Not capping. Tex. Tex. Thank you. I'm assuming... Yeah, no, the megaphone's pretty great. Fun. Wait. Tex. See over here. Bro. Bruh. Tex. Thank you. Alright. There you are. Why don't they just, like, walk to you, though? Did you lose this? Watch it not actually be his. Watch it not be his, actually. Okay. The best reward. The signature reward. What is it? The owning idea. We need more stuffed and weighted controllers. Oh, that would be fun. Heck yeah. Weighted controllers. I would love that. An oversized sweat dress. Okay, well. I guess we're just... Sure. That looks... It looks like it matches you, sort of. Okay, well. What day is it now? Thursday? Yep. We'll just do one more day and then we'll move to Sunday, I guess. We'll move to Sunday. I don't know if this is possible, and people who have watched as many Koromora videos as possible, I need to know. If you've had a villager on your island and they were not invited via campsite, does that mean that they will show up in the campsite later? Because as far as I know, because I've been keeping track of the villagers that have been in my campsite with Amiibo and without, that I have yet to have villagers who were previously on my island come back as campsite visitors. That's a thing. It does happen. My fiance was just telling his friend that I had a dangerous weapon, and I thought that he was talking about my hands. I had a brick in my... All right. Bestie boo. Bestie boo. It's time to go. It's time to go. See ya later. Come on, please, Tia, please. I don't want to crash out at 9:45 a.m. That would be sad. That would be sad. Your leaps here today. You feel calm. I don't think you understand the imminent stress of following through with the poll. I don't think you understand. Wait, do we have a thinky thought? We do. Okay. Thinky thought. Cool. Awesome. Now, is it a thinky thought that I need it to be? Is it the thinky thought of thinky thoughts? That is the big question. Yeah, I've hardly talked to anybody else. They should not, in theory, even be considering thinking. Yeah, we'll get rid of this one. We'll sell you. Wrap. Snake gave us a log pack. Thank you. I'm literally wearing that now. All right, let's see. Let's see if this is the thinky thought of thinky thoughts. Let's see if it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's really sad to think of like actually punting this out into the sun. Oh, it's a thinky. Okay, let's go find Tia. Let's find our girl. Hold on. Tia. Thank you. You've been outside this whole time. This whole time. Tia. Oops, excuse me, Jacob. Tia. Wait, hello? 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 Oh my gosh. Oh, it's Artsy. Glad to see you. How are you doing, Tia? Let's make today... That's the plan. That's the plan. So where are we at with the poll? 42% want me to reset the island. 42% want me to amiibo out Tia. All right. Okay. How about a brand new poll? What should the poll be, Lori? What should the poll be? Should it be reset the island or amiibo out Tia? Or what do you think it should be? Is Artsy losing her mind? Yes or no? Okay. That's my half birthday. Happy half birthday to me. Honestly, the resident representative has full say on who goes, amiibo or out. Yoshi, hello. I know. I know. I know. All right, we'll end the poll. We'll end the poll and we'll do 2 of them. All right. Oh, wait. It looks like amiibo out Tia went to 46%. So let's just like officially break the tie. So how should Artsy end this stream? full reset. Amiibo out, Tia. Here, no, actually, we'll be like super dramatic about this. I don't know who I'm gonna replace. Like, I don't know. I have the 3.0 amiibos. So I have all of them. Wait, hold on. I got all these peeps. I do. So we could do one of them. The first two, we can take your stress. Decon, hello, how are you? I'm sorry I haven't been able to like stop by your streams, dude. How has the Stardew Valley being valleying? Also, mods, can we do a shout out for Decon, please? As I crash out. Oh, it's the 16th. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, we don't want the 16th. We want the 17th. For some reason, I thought it was... Oh man, that means we're not gonna get a, because it resets. And of course, you know what you all are gonna do? That was a cute custom design by the door of the house Vesta walked past. By the door of the house. Which one, Kitty? I love how you all are doing 50-50, because of course you would. Of course you would. Decon also went for chaos. No worries, we switched over to Graveyard Keeper. Oh yeah, that is, okay, here's something else that I would like to do. I would like to go back to the games that I've started and not finished. Graveyard Keeper, I always associate as like a Christmas game because I got it for Christmas one year. And I think I got stressed out over making, I had to like grow a specific onion to a certain rank to make a burger. And I got so frustrated that there was like this rotation cycle of like which NPCs would be available. And I was like, I can't. And then there was it a garden story? The one with like the little grape who could, who's trying to deal with, you know, environmental economic collapse. Oh, those ones. Yes. Hunt Tia to the sun. What do I mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? With lots of small stones with grass between them. Oh, the square ones? Here, let me see what you're talking about. That may be a crystal cat code. Let me see. I think I've been putting them underneath everybody's house. She's inside, of course she is. Are you... You mean these ones? I completed the original game back in 2019, but never played the There's expansions now? Of course there is. Wait, do you have a thinky thought? You have a thinky thought. Okay, I'm gonna check and see if this is a thinky thought or a thinky thought. If this is a thinky thought, we're Gucci. Yeah, that's a crystal cat code. Do you want it? Because I think I can grab it for you really quickly. Oh, it's a thingy. I think I'm just going to ignore Tia, and we're just gonna move to the next day. Yeah. Stardew is one heck of a game. Yeah. I have not achieved perfection yet, mostly because I'm already there. But no, I've not done perfection yet. And I still haven't completed the 250 chicken challenge. I should go back to that too. The first thing I want to do is divorce Leah because she is the literal worst. Like, it stinks because I consider her like one of the prettiest marriageable options. And her story really resonates with me because obviously, but she's just an awful partner. She's awful. I don't like her at all. Mrs. G, thank you. Yeah, sponge Tia to the sun means like we're letting her go. in a respectful, happy way. I didn't realize that Gravekeeper has expansions now. Oh my goodness. I know that my husband finished the story originally, and he said that the ending was really endearing and very sweet. She hates pancakes. It's because she's a literal sociopath. Quite literally. No, not really. If you don't like pancakes, that's fine. But the deal breaker was her 14 heart event, which, like, listen, not everyone is at her level, right? But when she said to me, like, you're not planning on, like, where are you planning on putting your painting? And I'm going, are you joking? That's not what you say to somebody who you invited out to learn about painting. What you say is, like, that's a really good first attempt, right? And then you, like, if you want to learn more, I can show you different, you know, tricks and tips, right? The way that Marnie responded was entirely perfectly fine. I don't fault her for that. It's like, no, you can keep it. That's okay. But, like, the way that Leah responded, I was going, wow. I've never, ever divorced a partner in Stardew, and I would divorce her. Waffles are better. The parrot she saves moves in too. Oh, that's cute. All right, come on. How dare you be all about flowers? How dare you love nature? You literal queen. You literal majesty. I don't... You want this. I feel so betrayed. I'm doing, I feel like, everything right, you know? I like how 62% of you are now saying just punt Tia to the sun. I probably will. An instant muscles suit. Okay, well, sure. Wow, it's tanner than me, but okay. Any thinky thoughts? Sebastian talks about being a sidecar for his motorcycle so the kids can ride along with you. We have Kyle, who's visiting again, probably hiding from Amanda's wrath. I need to send Amanda this picture because there was, I kid you not, Pom Pom and Kyle visiting the same day, and I was like, they had to go off island for Pom Pom to be like, listen, Amanda's been through a lot, and she's come to the point where she's willing to forgive you and bring you back, and you are going to get your shiz together. Otherwise, I will give you to Sherp. That's basically what's going to happen. So I need to send that to her. Feliciana, hello. Celestine, enjoy your lurk. Is there any thinky thought? No, just you looking up into the trees like you do. Are you literally joking? Hi. What happened to the thinky thought? What happened to the thinky thoughts, Basti? I feel like they've changed the way that thinky thoughts work now. We're ignoring the balloon. I'm sorry. Like, what happened? Antonio, trees, how do they work? Hubsmod, hello. So Hubsmod, we currently have a vote of either we punt Tia to the sun as amiibo her out, or we reset the island. Because people, I think, want to protect me from myself. This is a hate crime. There's drama. The drama. I taught my son how to say drama. Because I'm not invalidating his feelings at all, but like when he is definitely doing something that is over the top, like we're getting ready for bed and he's like, no, and I'm like, oh, the drama. And so he finds it so funny, he goes, the drama. All right. I don't see a thinky thought. I guess we're just gonna keep going. Yep, we're just gonna keep going. Don't reset the island. Are you trying to protect me from myself too? That's probably fair. That's probably fair too. My other plan for this island for the summer was that I was going to go full tropical, like replacing the cedar trees with palm trees, with the coconut trees, because I think that would be a really fun shift. So it may just be that we punt Tia to the sun and then we just resetty the island and we try it again. We'll just keep the houses where they are, but we'll do something a little bit different. Yes, if you reset the island, we have to do custom designs and stuff. That's fair. I had a kid who emailed me unhappy about her final chem project grade. She has equivalent of a B, and she wanted a meeting where I justify the grade I gave her. Justify the grade. I think you could respond, how about you justify why you need a better one? Because the literal audacity of some students, truly. So I was going through the notes of the IA, making notes about where I took off marks, and found a citation for a statement that was strange, so I followed the link to the works cited page. Uh-oh. Oh no. Turns out the sources doesn't say what she claims, so I went and looked at all of her. Oh no. Oh no, and this is why you're gonna... Does it turn out that all of her citations are falsified? Please don't tell me she used AI. Oh no. So then you're going to tell her, well, actually I followed up and it turns out that all of your citations are wrong, so you need a lower grade. Is that what I'm hearing? Your diploma is at risk? Oh no. And she would have gotten away from it with a 2 if it wasn't for her pesky desire for overachievement. Oh my god. Yeah, no, you can't. And you have to report that to the IB. Wow, the audacity. She could have just walked away with a B. Tia, do you understand that we have drama? No, cat. Hi. Wake up from your nap. Now thinking about causing some drama yourself. You wanna say hi to the people? And we may have to write a letter. Oh my gosh, hold on, let me kick out the cat. Oh my gosh. Bye, love you. See you later. Also, it's really warm in here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Open the window. It's a beautiful day. Oh no. We may have to write a letter to the beg him to let us resubmit. Oh no. That, jeez. You know what? I'm not saying that I was the most, like, I was not the best student. However, if I got a B over things that I cannot authenticate, I would just be like, I will let that sit on my conscience until I'm 60. And then I'll worry about what that means later. Wow. Oh, that is some fork around and find out, isn't it? I'm lucky I don't have to deal with that in my grade school. I work in pre-K. Most days I work in resource. I struggle to students who can't work only tell me I can't read. And that's... I know that teachers have been calling the alarm about failing kids forward, and that, you know, 8th graders have like a 1st grade reading level. I am also very grateful that my son loves books to the point of, like, every time that we have a new book, he is so excited and he can read before the age of 5. You're not the thinky thought I want. What is this nonsense? We've got another thinky thought. We have a traveling thinky thought. And whose fault is that they can't read? Yeah. It's what I don't understand, and I don't know what goes on in schools anymore, and I'm not blaming teachers, okay? I'm not. And I don't know if this is a US centric problem, because I feel that the only time that I hear the issue about reading is from the US. So that's a whole other can of worms. But when I was growing up, like, we went to, at least in grade school, we went to the library weekly, and like we got books. Like, that was a, like, I think in one of the schools, we went to the library once a month to rent out books. And then when I was at another school, we had literally reading time once a week where it's like on a trolley. We had our own books where like it was specifically for us to read. And we also had like computer science where like we learned about typing and learning how to use Microsoft stuff. And it's mind-boggling to me that in the era of the app, like all of this understanding and comprehension and learning how to do things has just like died. I meant parents. Yeah, no. It's the student may be under stress from home. No, I know. No, that's fair. And like there have been horror stories that even at HubSpot's school that there are some very heartbreaking stories, right? Like I'm not doing that, but the fact of the matter is that if you had a B, instead of having to asking the teacher to justify, you could have gone like, hey, is there a way that I can improve the B before it has to be submitted or something? It is the fact that she came at that with literal claws, expecting that a teacher would back down, and then the teacher did a follow-up and realized that, oh, this is actually worse. That's the problem. We didn't go out to a library, but we had one lesson a week where it was just for letting us free roam the school's library. Yeah, right? And I think that's like, and I also remember that in one of my schools, I went to Catholic school for a little bit, and sixth graders had the best prayer partners, like that, because you got to hang out with the kindergartners because they were the smallest and they're so cute. And so I would have reading time with my prayer partner where we would sound out the words together and she would learn the phonetic sounding. She was also, I think, I don't know if she was first generation, it doesn't matter, but like her parents, they're Vietnamese, and her mom was so grateful for me for whatever reason, and she was like, every year after, while I was there, she gave me egg rolls for my birthday just because I was nice to her daughter, which, you know, that's not hard to be nice to a kid. But yeah, it was like reading was a very big thing throughout the curriculum, and it was a major staple of how like we have time for reading, we have time for exercise, we have time for learning about the computer. And it's so weird that we don't have that anymore, at least in the United States from what I can see. Enjoy that convo. I look forward to hearing about it later. I can't 100% say, since I work in resource only one day a week with the kids, they go to the library. However, I've worked with kids who just don't want to do the work at all, regardless of level. Yeah, I don't know. That's rough. Is there any, what happened to the thought bubble? Did we see Tia at all? Is Tia in the house? But even with EYC, I see my kids struggle with the ABC's numbers, shapes, and colors. Some trace and write their names and others can't. In 5th grade or in kindergarten? Oh, no child left behind, one of the factors of the great burnout? Yeah, no. Tia. Okay, Tia's not around. Alright. Is she inside? No. Tia. Okay. My son teaches music. Some parents make me want to woosa, and it's an extracurricular. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Like, I just want my kid to have fun. And if he's having any sort of struggle, that we'll find a way to get him up to speed. Like, that's all I care about. And if he has an interest, that we encourage him to pursue that interest. And if he doesn't like it, that after, like, the semester, the payment is up, that we'll switch it to something else. But ultimately, the rule that I want to have once he starts, like, school is, like, you need to pick a creative outlet, and you need to pick an athletic outlet, and that can be yoga and coding, or it can be soccer and pottery, or it can be helping out in the library and something and ice hockey. I don't know. Sure, what is it? Were you a hand at tank? Yeah. Sure. 3 to 5. Yeah, my son knows his numbers, his ABCs. He knows his colors. We're still working with the tracing, but his, I think once he gets to school where it's English, that it'll be a little bit easier for him. Yeah, let me see. Tia. Okay, well. This crash out is crashing me out, y'all. Oh no. Is there any thought bubble at all whatsoever? Just these two hanging out. Winnie is growing on me and I don't appreciate it. 60% say to punt Tia to the sun. Okay. So, I have 6 ladies, which means that we can get a boy villager and it would still be balanced. So, is there a boy villager that we could consider? As I said, this stream was going to go much differently if I had had Frank's amiibo. And for some reason, I thought I did. But apparently I don't. So I was planning on just like inviting him to the island and just seeing how much I would hate it. Alright, that was, what day was that? Did we go to 21? Kids with disabilities are having it even worse because if none of the students can read right, how do you know which generally need disability services? Yeah. Oh, I bet. I bet. Yeah, that sounds really rough. Yeah, so I guess that's a big question I have because we do have people in the chat who are from Australia, from the UK. There was somebody in Sweden a little bit ago. People in Canada. So is that concern where specifically some Gen Z, but mostly Gen Alpha, can't read? Is that a US-centric thing? Hi, Scott. Or is that like a global phenomenon where Gen Alpha can literally not read? Because I feel that the US unfortunately has this chokehold on, you know, whatever is going on in the US is happening everywhere else, and that's not true. So I'm really curious whether or not that is mostly an American-centric thing. In which case, you know, as Yoshi said, that was from the No Child Left Behind sentiments, which even back then when it was being implemented when I was in school, I thought it was stupid. I honestly don't know. That's fair. Yeah, so not any homework, but if it is something of interest to you, if you could figure out if that is something that goes on in your specific countries that's not the US, because in Korea that's obviously not true, because these kids are going to school from like 7 to 10 when they start like school. So like these kids know their numbers mostly from memorization, but they do know how to read and write and trace and stuff from an early age. Oh my gosh, the curse. The curse is here. All right, any thought bubble? No. Scott, how are you doing? How's your Pocopia? Is it Pocopying? Okay. Oh, we got a lot of cats on the island today. All right. We have a lot of cats on the island today. All right. Any thought bubble? Okay, we have a thought bubble still. What day is it today? It's Thursday, so we have one more day. And then we just, I guess, move to the next 2 weeks. Goodness gracious. Actually, no, this is gonna bother me. I want to see whether or not, education, global concerns. Most of what people are saying about like the global education crisis has to do with like armed conflicts and political instability, and that's why people are out of school. Um, but oh, here's one. What are some big issues affecting your country's education? This is Ask Europe. Um, Finland apparently lost one of its the best school systems in the world. Ditto for Ireland. France has issues with budget. Germany needs 50,000 additional teachers. So there's a shortage in teachers in Germany. In Romania, the curriculum is out of date. Austria has the same issue with Germany. Switzerland is too much digital stuff that teachers have to do that's not teaching. Poland, not enough teachers. UK, large class sizes and unfunded teacher pay increases. So it seems that there is a global phenomenon of just not respecting education. But from what I'm seeing in the US, literacy is the big concern right now. September 2022, only a third of 10-year-olds can read. Oh my god. Globally? I'd have to verify sources later, but apparently statistics for kids reading enjoyment of reading in the UK might not be good. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, here's the thing too, right? My life is very privileged in the sense that we can live in Korea on a single income, right? Like my husband can go to school and I stay here, mostly because lawfully I can't like legally work without a different visa change. And so starting right off the bat, whenever my son went down for a nap, as early as the time he came home, we started setting up this this routine where every nap time, every lay down time, hi B, every bedtime, he had 3 stories, right? So it was a full range of books that also incorporated like are you for real? And so like reading was the come down time, and that's what he gravitates towards when he just has nothing that he wants to do. And so he loves reading cookbooks, he loves reading comics, he looks at workbooks, he looks at like Usborne's Lift the Flap. He loves learning about things. And so I think around the time he was about 2, we started working with him about phonics. And so by the time he was 3, he already could read. And so he's sounding things out and reading things without having seen them before. But that's because we had one parent at home almost all the time, and we were reading all the time. It was mostly for our sanity, but we encouraged reading. You got 5 stars and finished my island today, which means I'm back to island hunting. Corgi, that's awesome. My niece is in the minority. I know 3 of them can read. Yeah. Usually in the later years where students here, if they're not able to read by year 1, they get a reading intervention. That's how it should be. That's actually how it should be, 100%. My personal experience with the boys was numbers to 100 alphabet and could write their full names in just by the time they started school. Yeah, we're still working on his writing his name, but he can recognize his name and he sort of gets the letters. So that's probably going to be our summer practice, is getting his name down. That's crazy. Oh, enter a greeting. I should go. You should go. What do you think? Sounds right. Mm-hmm. I should go. I like it, and it fits us to a T. It does. Yay, now we've got our very own secret greeting. We are so friends, we have friendly greetings. Can you go, please? Graham, hi bestie. Look who's back, Artsy, it's me, and I'm so pumped to be on Lagom again. Yeah, I'm lucky to be able to travel to the globe to freely despite being one of the world's top celebrities. Here, one minute agenda. Pepperoncini by candlelight, spa day, vamonos. I remember when I was little, my dad purchased 3 VHS tapes that encouraged reading called You Can Read, You Can Read. I feel like I recognize it, but I don't think I read or watched that. We were like Muzzy kids. So in Montessori school, which I also had the privilege of attending, we were learning French and Spanish together. But yeah, we always read out loud, and that's something that I'm really excited to, that we're gonna be moving towards like chapter-based books probably within the next year or two, which is exciting. Because he tries to get away with like these really immersive lift the flap books, and I'm like, we're reading one of those because that's a really long time, and that's me reading. I like to listen to the audiobook to whatever I was reading. Oh yeah, that's there's a word for it, where reading and listening to at the same time is better for reading comprehension for some people. I don't know the term, but I have heard about it, and I feel like that probably fits me too if I ever get into, well, need to with the textbooks. I don't remember when I first learned to read, but I remember having a lot of books and having fun at least being read to. I was not an avid reader until, like, I could read. Oh. All right, you know what? I'm gonna see if this will get rid of the thought bubble. Hi. I didn't start like actually liking to read until I was about elementary school, but I loved reading comics. And the big struggle that the librarian at HubSpot school is dealing with is like how to normalize graphic novels, because I will be honest, like I've been wanting to read George Orwell's 1984 for a long time because I think it's an important book, right? I've heard the premise. I know that I would like it. I like Orwell's work. But for some reason, 1984 felt really intimidating. But reading the comic book version of it, which from what I could tell, has most, if not all, of the text of the book in the comic, I got to visually enjoy what the artist got from the book, right? And I feel that it is a great way to encourage reading the classics, especially when you are trying to understand Shakespeare and you don't quite understand Old English or English, if English is your second language. No. So it's one of those things that if children are struggling or people are struggling just to read, how about we remove the shame of what preferences people are wanting to read? Like if you want to read comics because that's reading. That's actually reading. And then, you know, move forward to like graphic novels that has more text, and then move things to like books that have beautiful illustrations inside there, that's not children's books that just have illustrations. And then, you know, move to just full textbooks. And then that helps you provide that range. But I have always been an advocate for reading comics, no matter what. Now, there's some comics that are kind of like, not say low interpretation, but there's like, what you see is what you get. But there's plenty of comics now where so many people have like, there's lots to think about within a comic. Yeah, no, I think in one of the middle school classes at HubSpot school, they're reading Nimona, which is really cool. But yeah, let me see if can I find it? Is it over there? Oh yeah, here, let me show you the 1984 one. Be right back. So, it's gonna be backwards, I think, right? No, it's not gonna be backwards. So this is the 1984 graphic novel that I got. I think it was not last year. It may have been last year's book fair, but like, can we just like talk about, this is the full text, but like, look how beautiful this is. Isn't this gorgeous? Isn't this a gorgeous book? The colors are phenomenal, and there's a lot of heavy text. So it's like, if you are struggling with reading the classics, which are important, this is an important book right now. Like, read the graphic novel version. It's a beautiful book. It's so cool. You didn't read 1984. I didn't read 1984 either. I read Animal Farm, and then wasn't there another one that he wrote? There was another one. But yeah, it's gorgeous. And then what was the other? They're not. So this isn't a graphic novel, but it is a book of comics that have to do with mental health and burnout. That's originally from it's a Korean writer, which is why I like it. But it's like a combination of like illustrations that make you think of a bigger thought, but there's also like parts of it where it's her telling her story. So Dancing Snail, by the way, for our chronically ill and cute people and burnout stuff, it's gorgeous. It's a very fun book. So it's like whatever gets you to read cookbooks, read drama, you know, read romantasy, which is not a bad genre at all. Like whatever gets you reading. Whatever gets you reading. I read 1984 on my own and had to read Brave New World when my class did. 1984, the next semester. That's another book I want to read. And I also think we may have Brave New World as a graphic novel as well. Did no one want to leave? Ugh, this day. This weather matches my feelings. All right, let's do this. That's Friday, so we'll go to Sunday. We're just gonna like go down. 3, 4. My mom read a lot of romance novels, and reading those, if that gets you reading. Yeah, no, sure. I want to read and then there were none. I have not read that one. I remember when middle school me just stumbled upon Watership Down just randomly. Oh, man. That's a book to stumble in. I can't read that book because violence against bunnies, I can't. Like there's just some books that I can't read because of those things. But yes. Yeah, so you are allowed to not finish a book. There's a few books that I've started and not finished that I've tried. Trying to think what else is a good one. Oh, there are some comics. Hold on, I'm just gonna like recommend all the comics. Hold on. So Larry Garnick is a political cartoonist. And he also has books where it's like a cartoon guide to chemistry. I got this for HubSpot for some holiday. But it shows you like how chemistry works with imagery, which for me, if I had this book when I was struggling with chemistry, I think I would have been just fine. And they also have one where it's a cartoon history of the United States. And I double checked. I'm pretty sure that this isn't terribly racist. Fairly certain. I think that he did a pretty good job talking about like how problematic the history was. But like these are great books to get you interested in things. I'm just saying. If you want a manga that'll make you cry, Fruits Basket. I've heard that one. Yeah, it's Watership Down is oh god. Yeah, no, I can't. Alright. Wait, we have a friend? The hotel isn't the only place for- This is our first campsite villager. Also, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm sorry that I didn't say thank you, but thank you and welcome in. Yeah, there's just so many different ways that you can read, and I am of the opinion that if you are learning new things and you are an auditory learner, audiobooks is reading. And if you have an issue with that, you can take your ableist opinion elsewhere. All right, let's see. You did not. Animaniacs is a whole song that helped me remember the video. I remember that one. Oh man. Girl, are you joking? Are you for real right now? You look very cute. And are you for real right now, actually? Hi, Apollo. What? Guess I'll have to head out then. Without a place to stay, home's my only option. Now, why can't we invite villagers that are staying in the hotel to our island? That still bothers me. Like, can you not, like, after the 5 times of coming to the island, like, oh, I should come to the campsite, and then they say, I'll come to the campsite tomorrow. I don't know why that's not a thing. Fruits Basket makes me feel so old. Oh man, I don't think I've read that one. Either that or I read it and it's a long time ago, but I feel like if there was a manga that would make me cry, I'd probably remember it, right? Also, the fact that we don't have these bags as things that we can customize with Kix is a travesty. I love this bag. Absolutely not. He can stay there with the comp, and that's totally fine. All right, friends. Once we finish this whole nonsense, we're gonna play the villager game. And I'm gonna be so honest right now. If Maddie's in the campsite, I'm going to spend the rest of the stream using Maddie to kick out Tia. It's either Tia or Winnie, to be honest. So yeah. Also, we are due for a bubble break. What happened to my bubbles? Did I move it? Oh, okay. No, never mind. No. No, I don't want to talk to you. Love you, bye. Thanks, Basti. Bye. 55% say punt Tia to the sun, which means what, 45% of you want to punt the island to the sun. I see how it is. All right, y'all. Are you ready? You know how to play this game. Do not tell me who the villager is. Tell me based on vibe. Tell me based on vibe, and we'll do a bubble break once I find the bubble wand. All right, how bad is it? How upset or excited will I be? Hi Hubsmod. We're playing the Guess That Villager game. Ew. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. We have an ew, we have an eh. All right, let's start with what's their personality? Indifferent, so-so. Okay, what's their personality then? I'm not even sure. Oh, wow. Okay. What's their species? It's a cranky? Okay. Cranky? What's the species? It's a bird. It's a basic bird. Oh, is it Admiral? It's Admiral, isn't it? Yeah, it's Admiral. Cool. Hi, Admiral. How are you? I put my glasses on. All right, bye. All right, so Admiral's not coming. That's fine. It was a green bird, though. Because I already had Frank in the campsite, he's not coming. Okay, it's apparently a bird day today. Okay. Yeah, all the burbs. All the burbs. Alright, let's put Apollo. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no. Nope. Burb's the word. That's bad. Alright. we don't have the thought bubble anymore, do we? What day is it now? It's a Sunday. All right, I'm going to go find the bubble wand. And in the meantime, friends, why don't you grab some water and take your meds and eat a nom. Oh, wait, no, that's Saturday. Wait, no, Sunday, that's Monday, okay. And we'll do a bubble break and we'll be back. Yeah, I'll do that. So we'll get this here. So give me a second, please, and thank you. All right, we're back. Hi. So friends, if you are new here, we like to do a couple of things on the Artsy Gamer. We like to talk about our weekly goals and weekly wins, but we also like to do a like incentive known as a bubble break. So if you know what that is, like the stream, but if you don't know what it is, like the stream and find out. And when we do that, we just like check to see where our posture is. If you're in the office goblin position, try to straighten up your spine. And if you're queer, do what you can. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Oh, if you have any mobility concerns or chronic pain, be gentle with your body, but you know your body best, so do what you can. And then turn your head from side to side, up and down. Check to make sure you don't have meningitis, you know, the usual. And as you unclench that beautiful jaw where we put all of our stress, we're gonna do a nice big belly breath. Inhale and exhale. As I completely add schmutz all over my screen. Yes, the bubbles. All right, let's see where we are at now. But thank you, friends, for 27 likes on the stream. And hi, Charlize. Oh, do I want a stress reset? I don't know. I don't know. Although most of you are already saying, Puntia to the sun. Yes, meningitis. So I have health anxiety, right? And it's something that kind of, the way that I add humor to it is like, it's not meningitis. If you've ever read Questionable Content by Jeff Jacques, he has a comic that's been going on since like 2002, 2003. It's been going on for a while. And one of the characters has a whole slew of mental stuff going on. And one of them is like OCD and anxiety. And she had like this health scare and she's like, what if it's meningitis? And the other character's like, it's not meningitis. And so that's how I like combat my anxiety. I'm like, what if it's meningitis? And it's not, of course, meningitis. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. It's Tia. Tia, I love you and I'm so over this. The amount of pears, the amount of love that I give, the amount of crappy clothes that I get back. Is this any way to treat your resident representative, I say? No, don't eat it. No. Okay, well. Grab. Yep, it's okay. Mm-hmm. The amount of clothes that I've worn for this is nuts. I was having heart problems the other night. Turns out my anxiety is just that bad these days. Yeah, I guess this is TMI. Let me know if this is TMI. So I actually thought that I was in the beginnings of perimenopause, which is why I was like, I literally thought for the past few weeks, if not months, Are you joking right now? I thought I was going crazy. Like, it was not that I need to be institutionalized or anything, but it's like I could tell that there was a huge shift in my in the hormonals than I was typically used to. And I was like, I'm not afraid for myself, like as my well-being or my family's, but it's like I don't like how this makes me feel. So I got tested last week just to see what's going on, and I'll figure out what happens later. But it's like, it's weird how your body is so in tune with what's going on with like everything else, and it's like your anxiety can literally kill you. That's how heart disease can really make an effect. It's just like ongoing stress. And so I always encourage people to read the book Burnout by Emily and by Dr. Emily and Amelia Nagoski, because it's mostly focused on the femme experience from those who were identified at birth as being female. But I think that this generation is really struggling with like coming to terms with how the world works, and that it doesn't actually help you live a good life, and how to let go of, you know, sucking it up and just being your most authentic self. Jennifer, I'm so sorry. And it's weird because I was talking about it with my friends who are going through perimenopause, and they're like, but you're so young. And I'm like, yeah, but I started puberty at 9. So it would come to like reason that maybe I'm starting the experience sooner. So it really depends. They're doing a measurement of like all this stuff, but the fact that we don't talk about the shift and the changes of how our hormones work throughout various life cycles, it's like, no wonder people feel like they're going crazy. No wonder. And there's so many things going on in the world right now that, of course, did I agree to do a VIP? Please don't tell me I did a VIP. Oh, good. I was able to talk through that whole thing, and I did. Oh, Norl, you're so happy. Like, is that sarcasm, or is that legit? I saw a post about hairdressers seeing your roots and knowing about your health situation. Yeah, like your hair tells a story. Your skin tells a story. Your everything about your body tells a story. That's so important, and we're so cut off from that because either it's so much. But as I said, the last couple of weeks, in addition to having to be in isolation because my kid had pertussis, it was like I don't want to bring up a word or a term that, because it wasn't that bad, but I was like, man, I'm really feeling the world right now, and I can't. I just want to be under a cover and like see you in September. Wake me up when September ends, you know? Let's play a game. What causes my headache or cramps today? Yeah, and did you know, like, especially for femme people, like when people get their periods or like PMS, it's like your teeth can hurt. And I'm going, how is it that we are still able to function when on a monthly cycle our bodies are just like going through it, you know? And I don't know, if I was dictator of the world, I would have it so that the work week would actually honor hormone cycles, not just for femme-bodied people, but like for literally everyone. Oh, you're having a struggle, work from home, have PTO, whatever, take a health day. I also believe in just like the 4-day work week, but that's just my socialist ass. No. Yes, men in the derogatory, not all men, yes. The wide range of symptoms of perimenopause that everyone can have and not be in the same. Yeah, right? That too. Also, girl, can you get up? Thank you, so I can gift you. I was complaining. Yeah, so it's been a very interesting couple of months, because it's like, I don't know, there's the shift going on, and I don't know if it's just because my body's coming back from having a very traumatic birth and early years with my kid. My kid is lovely, right? I don't want to ever say that like it's ever my kid's fault. It's not. It's just, it's like we don't live in a world where there's much support for the nuclear family anymore. We live across the world. We don't have the ability where we can drop off the kids for the weekend with an aunt or an uncle or grandparents. It's like we are our kids' reality. And so we haven't had a break, and that I'm sure can be a lot of health stuff too. Yeah, bodies are so weird. Yeah. Yeah. I also learned something that in the midst of me having, this is just a content warning with eating and stuff, but I had a pretty severe eating disorder from the time I was about 18 to my early 30s. And a lot of my stress came from being like, I removed gluten from my life and soy and sugar, and I was so hyper fixated on what was good and clean eating, and I worked out all the time, that I actually lost my monthly cycle. And so a lot of people who are maybe struggling with eating disorders may think, oh, I'm going through perimenopause, which could be true, but they could also be dealing with the effects of not being nourished, which can in fact impact your cycle. So that's just a fun tidbit for me to you, is no one asking to leave. We've gotten to the point where we are complaining about the world at large, and my island does not care. Oh no, Kitty, I agree. Especially for people, like, you shouldn't have to let your work know that you have like PCOS or endometriosis. That should just be like, hey, I have the allowance to do what I need to do for my health reasons from my doctor, and you just have to trust it. But like, yeah, if you cannot literally move for 3 days, 7 days, you should be able to work from home or have some health plan where that is taken into consideration. Yeah, it's nature. Yeah. Yeah, it's I've been getting more headaches than normal, which is another reason I was like, is this perimenopause? But like, I don't know. It could literally just be stress. It could just literally be the world. You know, it's and I really hope that within, not like, I don't want to say it's up to the Gen Zs because we have so many things, like it's up to the millennials to fix things, but I really hope that within 10 years, 20 years, that we've come full circle of this acknowledgement that our bodies matter, the way that we treat our bodies matter, and the way that we should take special care and interest of our bodies during parts of our life are so important and should be respected by other people and other institutions. Like, I really hope that we get there. I really do. It's mind-boggling to me that we have a workforce of like 50% of people who give birth, right? And it's like only certain countries respect, one, the ability for healing and being a parent, but two, a fraction of that actually gives money to the other birth parent, regardless of gender, the ability to actually be a parent during that time. And I really hope that somehow, some way, if we survive the apocalypse, whatever it may look like, that we are able to get to that point. Finally taught my anatomy class about endo and PCOS last week, and the dumbfounded looks I got when I said it was debilitating pain is not normal. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, no, I used to have really heavy periods when I was younger, and I was like, I should have gone to a doctor for it. Because I feel like a lot of my issues probably would have been managed with some form of medication or support, and instead it's like, oh, that's just being in pain and hating your life is normal. Thank you for having a thinky thought, though. You're not the thinky thought I want. Wait, where are you? Hi. This shit. Yeah, no, I hope so. I hope so. I'm really glad that that's a conversation you're having in class, though, because we didn't have that conversation when I was in health. It was mostly like, hey, you think that they're cute, don't do anything about it, which is totally not helpful. Teachers aren't supposed to diagnose kids, but I've told many of the young ladies to tell their doctors about. I mean, in general, I think that's important for, like, that's not you diagnosing, though. That's like, hey, there's a realm of normal, which unfortunately is defined by the white male experience, because that's a good part of how biology is defined, which is super fun. But like, we should talk about the things that maybe you're struggling with. Like, hey, if the numbers are jumbled, when you see it on the board, maybe that's dyscalculia and you should go talk to somebody, or maybe it's a thinking or something like that. I don't know. That feels like more of an organic learning experience where it's not the teacher's job to like be a parent, but like that's the reintegration of the village concept, right? Like if a teacher is telling you about how, hey, these symptoms are not normal in the context of biology, that yeah, maybe go to a doctor for sure. I get cramps so bad sometimes I can't move. Oh, your mom. I mean, Yoshi, again, like, don't know where you live, so it may be too expensive, but like, I sincerely hope that any health issue can be seen by a doctor at any point in life. Like, I'm late diagnosed ADHD and it's been life-changing in my 30s. So I personally feel like if you have a concern and it's in pain, if you can do something about it, do something about it. Yeah, if your parents don't believe you, go as soon as you hit 15. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you all can hear the wind whackers. I'll be back. Hold on. Hello, Scoop. Also, adenomyosis. That's fun. That never gets mentioned until the ultrasound tech accidentally finds it for you. What is that? What is that? My doctor was like, your ovaries are super fertile, so I don't know if we have that yet. I'm like, well, let's test for the thing anyway. So that was a fun thing. It's endometriosis that grows into the... Oh my god. That's horrific. Okay, the husbands are thinking. The husbands are thinking. I think I'm just going to ignore Tia until... Because clearly, giving her presents means that she wants to stay. So we're just gonna ignore her until it gets to that thought bubble. That's horrific. Oh my gosh. Was that at 27? What day is that? That's Wednesday, okay. Oh, so the endometrium growing in the... Man, bodies are wild. Bodies are so wild. Side note, hope things are okay with it. Things have been... No, so I think they just want to go off somewhere together. They want to go on a world tour because whenever Fang asks to leave, the next day it's Antonio. So they're just like, hey, we've been the best gays. It's time to go. And I'm like, no, you're my comfort villagers. You don't have that right. No. Okay, all the people are out. All the people that I don't want to go are out. It's thanks to Peyton that I realized more people have endo than I thought. It doesn't get talked about at large. Yeah. Well, also, I don't know anything about endo aside from the horror stories that I learned from Peyton, but it's like, it's taught often that it's common for you to be in pain once a month. And so when young people start experiencing it, they're like, oh, this is just my life now, instead of realizing there is a threshold. And if you pass a certain threshold, you should go to a doctor. If you are fainting or vomiting or like you feel like you're going crazy once a month, that's not normal at all. Which is why I was like, I need to go to the doctor because my brain is feeling very weird. And I don't like to call myself a control freak, but when I am anxious, I'm very controlling. And so I try really hard to be like, is this a me problem? Or is this like something I need to address? And the problem that I've had the past few months is that I can't tell the difference with that. So it's like when I get upset, like I've been crying over things that I would not normally cry over. And it's just, there was a point where I think I was in bed and I was like, I was playing Pokopia and husband was like, do you need anything? It's like, I need chocolate. And she was like, okay. Is there anything else? I'm like, probably an appointment with my OBGYN. And can you please move? These people are so cute and I love them and I'm over this. I'm so over it, actually. Discomfort is normal, can't get out of bed is not, yes. Because your body is changing. There's, I don't know which culture it is. I also don't know if it's like American, like Native American culture, but there's this term about like how the monthly cycle is a form of purification. And that really changed my perception of how I grew up with it. It's not like it's gross or it's dirty, but like, you know, your body is going through something and it deserves that space and it deserves acknowledgement, but ugh. Hershey's cookies and cream became a favorite. Oh, that's nice. Hi, Cozy Millie. Endo is the worst thing ever. I wouldn't even wish on the person I hate the most. I've had 2 surgeries and had, oh my gosh, Millie, I'm so sorry. That's rough. My heart breaks for you. That's awful. I've had surgeries in that area before and it just, that's never fun. I hope that there's been some answers and some pain alleviation. I can't imagine. Unrelated, and I'm not trying to make this humorous for you, but like I would like some pain alleviation from getting Tia to leave. That would be awesome. See, like Tia, this is a hate crime. This is a hate crime. My flowers have gone nuts. I've lost my mind. She will not leave. I'm so sorry, Millie. I promise you, your feelings are valid. This man is not valid, however. This thought bubble is not valid. No. Why? Reset. I can get up eventually, but the cramps. Oh, Yoshi. Yeah. This is my kind consideration that with the means and the time available, please go see a doctor. Please go see a doctor. Follow me to the hotel. This is man and derogatory. This is rude. Like I'm trying to do a thing, not Tia. See, like Tia is now officially in my brain. Every time I look and see, I see Tia. I won't be able to look at Tia the same. I won't be able to look at my teapot the same. This is rude. Yeah. No, man derogatory does not get a room, actually. Actually. He's gorgeous though. We love a man who knows how to paint his face, okay? You do you, boo-boo, but like, I'm working. We have 1 hour before I decide whether or not I reset this island, and we're closing in on the 50-50, which I'm sure that people are waiting to like make it an even 50-50 split, in which case, I don't know. I don't know. Did I put Admiral on the board? I think I did. I think I did. So I've discovered a treat that it's not Snickers, but it's Snickers adjacent, that if you were trying to move away from like brain food as opposed to body food, you know what I mean? Like it's good for the brain instead of good for the body, which can exist side by side. But I have discovered that some chocolate, dates, and peanut butter tastes like a healthy Snickers. I mean, it's healthy. It has good fats and it has good fiber. So it's like a more fibery, proteiny, fatty Snickers. I had terrible periods until I had my kids. Everything reset. No more lactose intolerance. Man, those stem cells are great, aren't they? Aren't they? It's great. Yes, I hope you can figure out a way the doctor, a debilitating pain. Yeah, no, that's my other thing that I've been trying really hard to sit with, because I think specifically femme-bodied people are brought up to feel shame and to make themselves small. And in my 30s, I've been very much a staunch F that. So what I have been trying to do is like, I deserve to make space and have space, and I deserve to be happy about it. And you deserve also to have space and be happy about it. Like, You shouldn't have to live your life in pain that can be managed. You don't deserve to live your life in pain, but you know what I mean. Biology is as much interesting as it is annoying. Absolutely. But I was told by my doctors, normal painkillers don't help. There's something else wrong. Yeah. That was a few months ago. I had neck pain. I think there was an instance where a lot of people saw me like hunched over like this. I was taking upwards of like 8 ibuprofen a day. And I'm still very frustrated with the orthopedic place that I go to, because they were just doing e-stim or electrical stimulation, where they were just applying electrical currents to the problem areas. And the second time that I saw the doctor, he didn't even call for a second x-ray. He didn't even like touch the area. And so he was like, oh, just more PT. And I'm going, the PT is not working though. And so then I go to a Jimjilbang, which is the spa, and I had a sports massage on a whim, and it cured everything. And that was for $50. So it's like, yes, you don't deserve to be in pain. You also deserve a doctor that will actually listen to you. I have thought about writing a complaint about that method. It's like, listen, if you're going to encourage more physical therapy and weeks of physical therapy is not working, then no, we need to do something else. But yeah, it's just all right. Bestie Boo, I've ignored you. I've gifted you. I've done everything possible. I've given you a catchphrase, a greeting that I should go. If you were... Okay, good. All right, please. Please. You got tangy today. Sightseeing Peach Tony too. Hi, how are you doing? Tia. Girl. Okay, what day is it? It's Friday. Friday, I'm in love. Da-na-na-na. Alright, we're gonna do July. We're just gonna go to July. I don't know. What's the first like Sunday of July? July 5th. All right. 1 p.m. I should go. You turn. I was thinking about that afterwards. Like, oh yeah, no, I turned them into a Mass Effect character. I should go. I've got to. What's the thing that Garrus says? Something needs calibrating. I need to calibrate something. Random question, sorry, but do you have any other mail outs for the higher tiered members besides Christmas? Jennifer, I don't. I actually don't know what I'll be doing this coming year because I'll be going back to school full time. But it's mostly it's just Christmas as far as I'm aware. I haven't thought about other things that I could do. I've considered doing like stickers and posters and stuff where like I do gift boxes and things, but I don't have the time or the means for that. If I was a little bit more established, I would consider doing that the same way that like Pat will do gift boxes on Etsy or something and we'll release it to members early, stuff like that. But I don't have the ability to do that right now. If you have any suggestions, I would love to know. Rossetti is here. Oh, we have a... okay, all right, we got some drama. We have Rossetti and we have... okay. If it's Maddie, I'm going to lose my bloody mind. Absolutely. We're also at 30. Okay. Oh. Hi. Hi, bestie. I didn't mean to do the grayish, but I did the grayish. So let's see who's in the campsite for the second time. Let's see. Tia. Is there any thought bubble? First, let's see if we have a thought bubble. Do we have a thought bubble? No. Hi. Hey, I want you to have this tropical cut and so. Thank you. I got it because I thought I'd use it, I don't know, all the time probably, but it's in good shape. All right. Little artsy. I know. I know. Wait, where is this? Yep. It is July. We should probably stop wearing the sweater. And then where's the cutoffs? There we go. How long is this going to take us? I wonder. Because we're in July. We've been at this for 2.5 hours. 52% say full reset. 52% say full reset? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, friends. Let's see who it is. Rodney looks cute. I know. I love Rodney. I don't know what people's issues are. All right, friends. You know the game. Tell me how bad it is. Do you like them? Do you love them? Am I going to lose my mind? How is it? How bad is it? No. Like a no-no? Oh, no. Oh. Oh, dear. Okay. Oh, no. It's a favorite of mine? It's okay. It could be worse. Okay. What personality is it? Is it a Peppy? I'm trying to think of which one Keddy likes. What's the personality? Oh, mine. Okay. She's cute. Okay. It's a lady. Dude is a lady. It's a Peppy. Okay. What's the animal? What's the animal? If it's pink. Okay. It's a snooty. It's a pink snooty. Is it Biddy? It's Biddy. I love Biddy. Biddy is kind of a vibe though. I love Biddy. I will not hear any trash talk about Biddy. Biddy and Renee were the power lesbian couple for my 30-day no storage island. She's great. You gotta change out her outfit though. This outfit does not serve her. She needs to wear something else. But I love Biddy. Biddy is a great choice. Ow. Y'all want me to reset my island. Dang. Dang. Okay. All right, we may actually reset this island because somebody is not getting with the program. Tia. Yeah, you better not respond. I'm talking smack. Lagom has too much history. I know. All right. Oh, we didn't do Apollo. So we need to do... Wait, was it Apollo? It wasn't Apollo. It was Admiral. Why did I write Apollo? Admiral. Throw and shade. Oh my gosh. And then we had Biddy. Yeah, like look at all these villagers that have come to the island. I think I've had... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll keep writing. Done. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 70. 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've had 109 campsite villagers since I started Lagom. 109 campsite villagers. Most of them were just visitors. But that's crazy. All right. Let's, what day is it today? It's Sunday. All right. I started my little membership to support Artsy to be able to have resources to have energy to invest in stream time for the occasional special posts. I would love to do that. I've been thinking about getting back into doing like art stuff to make stickers and posters and things, and that members could get that too. I would love to be able to do that. But as it stands, I don't have the energy or the means, and I'm just doing so much, and I wish I could do more. I wish I could. I would love to be able to do that. I always have like these grand ideas of like, I'm going to get back into game development, and that I will make that for members only, and then I would do like stickers and mobile stuff, and I don't have the time. Yeah, if I could figure out how to get my life like that, I'd do it. But I don't know. That's the other thing too about like this whole change in life, is that I feel like my life is constantly on the brink of falling apart, and it's not. Like, I'm perfectly fine. Life is fine. House is a wreck because we have a hurricane of a child, but like, it's just, I wish I had this point where it's like, okay, I have everything all together. Now I can get started on things, and then just stuff always happens, which that's just life. So, shipping away small things. Yeah, no, shipping is very expensive. I think the postcards in general, trying to think how much they cost me, because there's the printing of them, which actually isn't, wait. Is it the tourney today? It's not the tourney, is it? No, right? No. It's not the tourney. Making them, like, there's the labor of it, but there's also the printing cost, and then there's the shipping cost, and depending on where you are in the world, it can be more expensive. And are you for real, Tia? Yeah, you better not reply. So, aw, A-Bear. Well, I'm just really appreciative of all of you. You all are incredible beings, and it's been really cool to see all of us growing together. Okay, we got a thought bubble. All right, thought bubble, goodbye. No, Animal Crossing has been very healing for me. This channel has done, I don't know, I find such peace with the fact that there are so many people around the world that are just trying to do the same thing I am, which is survive, that they're trying to figure out their place in the world, and they're trying to be better, and they're trying to be what they want to see in the world. And it's been so cool to hear the stories of growth, of overcoming adversity, of trying new things. As I always talk about with great delight, that Alexi was the reason why I was starting to think about flower breeding as like a game mechanic, and like getting that into a game that I wanted to see, and got me into game development. I think it's really cool that I've gotten into a creative field that allows for me to actually have hard conversations that feels accessible to a lot of people. I got into accessibility advocacy because of a student that my husband had a few years back, and also meeting people in the gaming community that accessibility is a necessity, and just waking up and seeing how inaccessible the world is, and how political accessibility is for some reason. It's crazy, like, what this has done for me personally. Yeah, it's just, it's so cool. Like, also, this channel is kind of a time capsule of pregnancy loss and difficult pregnancy and the birth of a lovely child, and shifting gears of what that means to be a parent. And it's so cool just to see that. I think Belle talks about it often, where it was like years ago, Belle was the big advocate of like, you need to get up and walk around because your feet will swell. And so the fact that there have been people who have been here since before my child was born is so cool. Okay, we have thunder. We have lightning. Do we have a thought bubble? Do we have the drama? We have a dead body. Do we have the drama? That's not the thought bubble I want, bestie. Do we have drama? Please, please. Tia. You have the literal audacity to show your face at a time of complete and total emotional vulnerability. Are you serious? You are not allowed here right now. This is the rudest thing I have ever bloody seen. He has the audacity to be on my island at a time like this. Tia, go home. I've not been avoiding you. I have been trying to kick you out. There's a difference. Hi. Kiddo was a rainbow baby. I never knew that. Yeah. Not a fun fact. My child is my 5th pregnancy and my only living child. So, from 2020 to 2021, I had 4 pregnancies, one which was a late-term miscarriage. We found out that it had a severe heart defect that was not viable for life, and we had to make a really hard decision. The other ones didn't get past the heartbeat stage, I don't think, but it was not a fun time, and I was a stressed person the entire pregnancy. I really didn't enjoy my pregnancy until, like, oh man, there's like the sweet spot with pregnancy. Like, I think it was 28 weeks to 31 weeks where I was like, oh, this is not bad. But yeah, it was not a fun time. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of therapy went into me that time. It was I would love to tell that story one day, not today, but it definitely, when somebody asks you what radicalized you, that experience radicalized me. I am all in favor of people making decisions that they need to for their family and for themselves, 100%. And I've always been like that, but that truly radicalized me of like, listen, it is no one's bloody business what you decide to do with your body, and you have a right to your body no matter what. Speaking of bodies, I just need to get my anger out. But thank you, friends. I appreciate it. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I started this channel, and I think I had to take like a month off because I had miscarried, and I was like, I'm gonna take a break. But yeah, no, Animal Crossing was quite literally the game that I went to where I was dealing with therapy, and this was the only thing in my reality that I could just like turn off that trauma. And it's like I took it with me to every ultrasound appointment just because if I was going to be there for hours for a procedure, because it often happened more often than not. And Animal Crossing was just that good focal point for me. Wait, you never? I only hit him the one time. I usually hit him more than that. So yeah. Patty. Like, this is the thing. Like, I love these villagers. They're great. But, no. Can you kick out Frank while you're here? Can you kick out Frank while you're here? Can you kick out Frank while you're here? Okay, cool. I need to confront this man because I was like, I know that during a time of major emotional uproar, he's going to show up on the island like he deserves to be here. Oh, Nyla, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's so individual for everyone. I always recommend, speaking of graphic novels, I know who you are. Speaking of graphic novels, Lucy Knisley's Kid Gloves is a really lovely book to read. It's very hard because she talks about miscarriages and like her experience with clampsia and preeclampsia, but that was a really healing book for me when I read it. Speaks well of this island. I'm so glad you can't hear me. Yeah, you're only sticking here for a short while and then you go. At least until I find you on a villager hunt, I guess. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to visit another room. No. No, no, don't go back in that room. He is a mess. We're not doing that. Mm-mm. Oh, man. Okay. Also, I want to sit with, like, the hard feelings. However, can we just talk about how bloody cute this thing is right here? That is so bloody cute. I want more messy items in Animal Crossing. I want more mess. This island is already a mess. The flowers are a mess. My life's a mess. Can we have a thinky thought, please? Dead body besides, can I have a thinky thought? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's not a thinky thought. This is like the perfect dramatic weather for a thinky thought. Like, this is what thinky thoughts are for. Like, wow. Major upheaval. Maybe I should leave. Okay, well, it didn't show up when I wanted it to, but you know what I mean. Your island's a mess. Listen, you know, life's a mess, and so are we. That's what the nachos in life are for. I don't even know where I was going with that. What day is it today? Is it a Tuesday? It's a Tuesday. Listen, I don't often ask for brain cells on my island. I'm okay with them just walking around like they don't have a care in the world because I'm doing the caring for them. But I would like some less codependence and more independence of maybe I should go, Tia. Maybe I should see the world, Tia. Maybe we shouldn't reset Lagom, Artsy. You know, like can we do that? But yeah, Nyla, all the hugs. I really hate the fact that health stuff is something like you are always, no matter who you are, you don't have to share jack crap about like what's going on with you. It is your private business, but it's like I always feel that there's this level of guilt and shame about things like periods and perimenopause and pregnancy or a miscarriage. And I'm like, there is nothing to be ashamed of or feel guilty or feel, you know, anything other than you survived a hardship, you know? So I wish that, I really hope that within the next couple of years, because one fun thing that I've noticed, especially with the world being a mess as it is that we're seeing a lot more voices that have been silenced, and it's much more celebrated. And I'm seeing now that medical illustrations are actually incorporating different skin tones, because the way that a bruise looks on a light-skinned person versus a dark-skinned person is very different. The way that skin cancer looks on a light-skinned person versus a dark-skinned person is very different. And just having that representation where you see yourself, regardless of skin color, being in a textbook or in a medical situation is so important. And I think we're starting to really prioritize that as like a representation of like, why are Black women dying in childbirth in the United States? Why aren't they being supported when they're like, why? And I just think it's so cool that we're starting to have these conversations, and we're starting to add that level of emotion of anger of like, no, that's not okay. That's absolutely not okay. As hard as it was a long time ago, and it wasn't the right timing for me in the future, and I'm looking to adopt. Whatever is going to bring you the most happiness and peace, Nyla, I think that whatever you decide, you will make a fantastic parent. So you have all that love. And all the pineapples, obviously, and the sugar-free ducks. Because that's basically what children need, is pineapples, love, and sugar-free ducks. Can you all, like, have a thinky thought? Please? Please. Thea. The crash out is real. The crash out is real. I cannot believe this. The crash out is real. Thea. Wait, where are you? I'm at the point where I'm considering not so nice language in my brain. And I'm not going to use that language because this is a PG-13 plus channel. But Tia, what the heck? Unrelated to anything, I'm making minestrone surprise type soup. Ooh, what's the surprise? Is it like the kitchen sink levels of surprise? Because I love that. Oh, listen. We have like chopped tomatoes. We have pasta. We have chickpeas. We have vegetables. That sounds delicious, actually. I've heard that some of the things medical students have been taught about Black people, and it's wild. What I have also learned is that even femme doctors are taught to diminish women's complaints. And I don't know if it's US centric. It's probably US centric, but there was a point where a femme doctor was taught about the abbreviation for the acronym WW, which is being a whiny woman. And so if you have a whiny white woman, it's a WWW that they put on your paperwork. And I'm going, wow, you should get wrecked, actually. Like, no, actually. There are very few instances where I think a person wants to be in a medical situation more than they have to. And if they are in there because they want medication, then maybe you should do tests to see if that medication is needed. Or maybe therapy, I don't know. Maybe instead of diminishing them based on their feelings, you're getting paid for it anyway, so why don't you just, be holistically present? I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. It's common among female doctors to have the mindset, if I can handle it, you can... Well, and... yeah, I think it's also kind of like being one of the boys, because I also had that toxic mentality of, thank you for having a thought bubble, that mentality that I'm like, I'm not like other girls, and I'm going, no, actually, I kind of want to aspire to be a girl's girl, or a girl's NB, an NB's girl, a girl's NB. Yeah, I want to be a girl's NB, where it's like, no, actually, I will... if I see any sort of unsafeness going on for a person, regardless of gender, I will be upset with you. So like, no. It's, wait, I may be like not seeing things. I've been doing this so often, I can't tell. Where is the display themes notification system? Thank you. I don't think it's US centric. I've had some experiences that were, yeah. So a fun fact, I actually avoided going to my lady doctor because she was telling me that, oh, by the way, maybe if you lost weight, you would feel better. Which, hey, that could be possible, right? Because my blood pressure was not great. It was postpartum, all that stuff. But it's like the focus of losing weight as opposed to, hey, maybe there's something else going on. Like, weight does not determine the need for everything else going on in your life, And so I had my GP who was saying, like, why don't you focus instead on like prioritizing exercise, because you do like exercise. Start like just moving your body more because you're out of practice, and we'll come back and we'll do blood tests from that point, which is a much nicer way of saying, hey, you're not happy with how things are with you. Being active will probably help you feel better. And it did. And so it's like my OB was like, oh, we haven't seen you in a couple of years. I'm like, yeah, because I left this office feeling very demoralized, actually. I haven't talked to her about that yet, but yeah, no, it's usually she's pretty holistic with her practice and she's pretty kind about the things that she says, but I'm going, you're not listening though. actually. My fiance's GP tried to convince her she had an acid reflux. Turns out a gluten allergy. I hate the doctors that think losing weight is the entire problem. I know, and it's like there are instances where like unexpected weight gain or weight loss is a major like symptom concern. So if there is like, you know, a woman is walking or running, you know, miles and is struggling with something, that may not be because she's eating bonbons and sitting in front of watching Survivor for hours. I think that that's a health concern, you know? I don't know. If I had the patience, I would go to be a doctor, but then I would just be like, I'm just going to tear down the entire mental, like, perspective of what it means to be a doctor, and I'm going to take it down swinging. That's just me. But yeah. He was trying to get help for... I hate that. Yeah, the gluten allergy in general, because, you know, gluten-free was such a big trend for a while, specifically for weight loss. It's like anyone who was struggling with something, they're like, oh, you're making it up. And it just... I'm so sorry. I also love the fact that you made it a point to say your fiance, which is so exciting. Is there any updates about the wedding, if and when? Insulin resistance PCOS. There's insulin resistance with PCOS? No, like diabetes levels, or just like, because I know that PCOS, there is a huge struggle with any sort of weight management, right? No matter what you do. Took a trip to A&E to actually get taken seriously. You know, I often wonder, like, I believe in my heart of hearts that most people who go into being a doctor for whatever reason are coming at it from, like, I want to help people. But they're taught this method of how to treat patients like something that's in a factory where... Wait, no, wait, no. There was a thought. Enjoy your trip, sorry. Bye. Who had the thought bubble? Croak, I'm so sorry. I need to leave you. I need to leave you. No, not to the same level of my knowledge, but a mild version of type 2. Oh my god. Yeah, it's almost like different organs like need different focus of care. And what always gets to me, especially with being late diagnosis ADHD, which can you tell? What really gets to me is the reason why that there's no studies specifically for femme-bodied people with ADHD is because the hormone levels vary wildly. So they can't have a proper estimate of like how it affects the body, which to me is indicative of a study in of itself of how hormones impact ADHD and also how it impacts medication, because around the time of my cycle, it does not work at all. Like for a week leading up to the event and sort of after, my medication does not work at all. And I think what really bothers me is that a lot of women are thinking, oh, this medication doesn't work for me. It's like, no, it does. It means that you are having to find other ways of functioning when you're having a monthly cycle. So either, I'm not a doctor, right? But like, maybe we should do a study of increased medication during that point to help you, or if that doesn't work, what other methods to support ADHD during, you know, your period. But we don't have that because, and I quote, those hormones make the data messy. And I get so mad that we don't have that consideration that hormones are supposed to be messy. That's the point. But we don't think of it that way because it's not clean. And I don't even know why science is even considered clean, because it's not. Alzheimer's is now considered a type 3 diabetes? That's interesting. I don't know if this is true or not, but I felt that the low-fat craze of the 80s and 90s was like a catalyst towards Alzheimer's. Like, I don't know if this is true. That's just my conspiracy theory. So I could be entirely wrong. But I always thought that, like, you know, your brain needs fat and sugar and carbs, like, to thrive. Like, there's brain scans that show the importance of sugar to your brain. but also the importance of fat. And so I'm curious whether or not, you know, if you starve your body of certain types of nutrients, that it will lead to brain decline. That's my personal theory. And are you joking right now? Ugh. Insulin-resistant PCOS is no joke, especially when the first doctor that diagnosed me was like, well, you had 2 kids without infertility treatment. So we don't... Why? Because you were able to breed fine? What the heck is that? Like, that's ridiculous. And are you just like looking up at this? Okay, you're looking up at the sky. Hi, we're... It makes me so mad. I don't know if you can tell. It makes me so mad. Hi, Opal. It used to be by some researchers to describe the theory that insulin resistance dysfunction in the brain may cause Alzheimer's. Interesting. That is so interesting. On one hand, I'm really excited to see where science is going. Like, it's a downright miraculous how we have seen so much shifting. Like, we expect to see our children live to adulthood now. You know, like we expect it. We demand it, actually. We have vaccines and pills that made a death sentence like HIV and AIDS a preventative disease and manageable with pills. Like that, it's miraculous to see what's changing. And thinking of how, again, how our bodies are so interconnected with our environment, with our experiences, that is so cool. I'm so sad that that's a thing, but that's so cool that we're learning and we're seeing the connections with that. That's just amazing. Oh yeah, no-fat diets are terrible. Like, I would understand, and here's something that I've realized about like my experience with eating disorders, is that there is no such thing as bad food. And something that Gwenna Lathland, who is on Pleasant Peasant Media, who also wrote Mama Cusses, and I think she wrote a book called Thinky Thoughts. So that's currently out if you want to support her. But she was talking about how she's teaching her children the difference between a body food and a brain food. And so like body food are things that like help your body function to the best capacity that it can. So like apples, cucumbers, hummus, you know, the things that are in what we expect from a holistic nutritionist, say like this is something that you should be having every day to take care of yourself. And then there's the brain food, which makes your brain feel good. So like Snickers, ice cream, cake, whatever. And finding that balance of like brain food and body food together means that you are still nourishing yourself. It's just finding that balance for what works for you and what works for your body. And for me, it's like, there's been so many instances of stress the past couple of weeks where it's like my husband and I have order delivered cake, okay? Like with my son going through being 4, it was like we were all crying and it's like we just needed cake, you know? But that doesn't mean that we're eating cake all the time. That means that like our brains needed that dopamine or serotonin that allows for us to, you know, function. And then we eat the salad too, right? It's all about balance. And sometimes balance looks different from other people depending on what they need. I definitely feel more brain dysfunction when I eat sugars and processed carbs. Yeah, I still think that there's a lot of eating disorder tendencies that I have where if I know that there's something in a food that I have this psychosomatic reaction to it. But I do think that aspartame does not sit well with my stomach at all, which is why I avoid it. I don't say that aspartame is bad because, you know, again, the way that it was designed was to say that aspartame is the devil when you are pumping rats like more than the amount that a person would reasonably eat or drink in a day, you know? But for me, it's just like there are certain foods that I know set off me not feeling great, and aspartame is one of them, and so I avoid it. That's not to say that it's bad, it's just that I don't use it for my everyday eating. Have you heard of the plant? Oh, I love Liam. Out of 10K by. No, Liam is great. I think that he does this thing where he talks about balance, and also his whole thing with beans is hilarious. I love Liam. Like in a platonic, parasocial sort of way. I follow him And I follow, oh, what's his name? He does like, he makes a lot of drinks and then he swashes it and he gives it a kiss and then he's just a really positive vibe. I don't know his name though. He's a sweetheart too. And then there's this woman who does like a deadpan expression of like, I test out viral videos to see what works and what doesn't. Follow me for more. And she's so funny. And the one thing that I like a lot of things about her, but she has her kids test them out, but she doesn't show her kids' faces. It's all about like them testing the recipe with her, and all you see is like their hands and like her and them talking. And I'm like, that is how you can incorporate children into social media. That's fine. So I like that about her too. All right, do we have any thinky thoughts? Any thinky thoughts at all? Yeah, I don't remember her name. It's she comes up once in a while, and I really like her vibe. She's really fun. And I'm so used to her like Wednesday Addams deadpan expression that when she like actually has a smile, like a legitimate smile, it's kind of like not daunting, but I'm just like, oh wow, you're breaking character, it's weird. Our body breaks everything down into glucose and amino acids. We run on sugar. It's the amount and yeah, no, absolutely. Yep. It's really interesting living in Korea because the palate is super sweet. And a lot of the older Koreans talk about that not even 10 years ago, it wasn't this sweet. And so, like, to put it into perspective, they think that garlic bread is sugary. So, like, every time there's garlic bread, there's going to be sugar. Every time that there's going to be cream, it's sugar. There's sugar in everything. And I love Korean food, but I personally like the Korean food I make with the Korean ingredients because there's not sugar added. I feel like I would love Korean food much more ordering out if it wasn't as sweet. But that's just me. That's just me. And that's not a criticism of um, how Koreans enjoy their food, but there is a direct correlation, unfortunately, that type what what is the diet related diabetes? Is that type 2? Is that I don't know. I always like get them mixed up because I have a really good friend who has a pancreas that does not work. And then I have a grandparent that it was diet based. It's a style of baking. The milk bread is sweet. In the gar, oh my gosh, yeah. No, the amount of sugar that it's like there's glazes of sugar on literally everything. There's sugar in the bulgogi, which is the beef barbecue, unless of course you're just like grilling the meat. I don't like the Korean soy sauce very much. I prefer the oh my gosh, it's a specific Japanese one where it's literally soybean and wheat and spirits and water and stuff and salt. But Korean soy sauce is sweet, and I'm not a fan of that. I do like gochujang though. Gochujang is pretty good. That's the pepper paste, and that's usually peppers with sugar or with some form of rice syrup or something. But yeah, there's a direct correlation with, I think, diabetes in Korea and how sweet it's gotten over here because originally it was not a sweet diet. The sweeteners that they got were from apples and from the Korean pear or the Asian pear. It's the big pear that's here. And because sugar is cheap and it's a developed nation, they have access to easy, cheap food. And Korea runs itself ragged, you know, from 5 a.m. till 11 at night. That's how they work. So they need that quick, easy energy. Type 2, yes. Type 1 is your body that, okay, yeah. So type 1 is the pancreas, type 2 is the diet, okay. One time when my niece was a baby, she snapped at my mom for letting her try a pop. Oh, man. Yeah, no, we've made milk bread. Also, an amazing cookbook that I recommend is the Korean Vegan because, you know, my household's vegetarian. And so we're able to make some really delicious, what would normally not be a vegetarian option. We've been able to make vegetarian options or vegan options. It's the wrong day. It's the wrong day. Never mind. Oh, it must have been a attorney or something. Yeah. All right. In time. Oh my god. Well, 51% of you say a full reset. All right. Oh, no, 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 that's fair. I'm not saying that just that. There's other indications, but in Korea, they said that there is a rise of diabetes because of the amount of sugar that's been added into the diet. So I'm sure that there's other things added, like as concerns, but they were saying that there was a correlation with that. Also, high blood pressure with the amount of salt that's been added to. But again, I'm also talking from my tush and from what I have observed. I'm not like a doctor. I could be talking out of my tush. So, just saying. I'm going to ensure that he has an accident. Oh no. Did I miss something? Man, are we actually resetting lagom? Are we actually resetting lagom though? Type 2 is a more required insulin resistance, so the insulin that your body makes is less effective and diet is a big factor. Okay. Yeah, I know that my grandmother has, because I think she's still alive, has type 2. Of course the poll is tied. Of course, people were saving it towards the end of this stream to make me make a decision. That's rude, actually. That's so rude. Anyway. It's always going to be 50-50. Like, always. Like, at the end of stream, people save it for that moment where they're like, huh, Artsy could use chaos in their life. Are we resetting? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I feel... Like, y'all, the amount of history that this island has, like, I've done it all. Almost it all, right? Like, I still need to do this. I kind of made a rule for myself that if I was going to restart Lagom, I had to finish this. But, I don't know. Do I have a game wheel on my island? I do. Hold on, let me see if I can get the game wheel. Are you inside? Of course you are. Why would you even be considering my feelings, Tia? Why would you be considering my feelings? And then finish it? I have a game wheel. Okay, what is the game wheel called? I feel like I kind of... Alright, where is it? Is it called game wheel? Is it called game wheel? Like, look at all this crap I have. Look at it. Wait here. Type. Do I not have a game wheel? No, I should, right? What's it called? Spinning wheel? Alright, let's try spinning wheel then. Spinning wheel. I don't have it. I should have it. I should have it. Here, let me see if I can find it. We'll look it up. Coming back from Pocopia, I will say that the item management and figuring out what things are called. Colorful wheel, that's what it's called. Okay. We also have the dice. Hold on. So it's called the colorful wheel. I'm sure I have it. I don't think I got rid of it. Get something out. Type alphabetical. Colorful wheel. Colorful wheel. Oh, here it is. Now, should we change the colorful wheel to be like the flower and the skull? Is that what you're thinking? And that if it lands on the skull, I reset? All of this crap that... Okay, no. Get rid of the frog costume. Tia's photo because she's dead to me. Academy uniform, sweet dress, pom-pom sweater I'll keep, sweatshirt I'll get rid of. Sleeveless tunic, rubber flooring, light crew, oversized, instant muscles. Spinning wheel. Yeah, the spinning wheel may be something else. Alright. Yeah, confirm. Oh man. Alright, well, here's what we're gonna do. Because Tia hates me. Because Tia hates me. Okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. But we do have... It's going to be like at the last minute, like the last day that I consider trying to see if I can get this girl to leave. We're now at 51% of a full reset. That's crazy pants. We're gonna... I'm gonna fly. Alright, Harv's Island. What happened with Tia? I missed the tea. So, I have been just wanting a change, okay? And I've been trying to get this girl to leave off and on for months, okay? Like, I did like a stream where we tried to get her to leave and it didn't work out and then we got somebody else. But for the past weekend, I have been going back and forth with time traveling for months in game and hours in real life to get this girl to go. There's nothing wrong with Tia. The only problem I have with her now is she's getting in the way of my joy. That's the problem. Also, I think I had a message from somebody. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, sweet. Cool, cool, cool. We also, another weekly win is that we got a wall AC unit for my son's room because in the summer, his room in particular is farthest away from the air conditioner because we only have one unit in, like, that cools down the entire apartment in our living room, and it's so warm in there. So there was somebody who is leaving, and we got their AC wall unit. I don't hate you, you're just getting that. Listen, isn't that like the best sentence? I don't hate you, you're just in the way of my joy. Me at my manager. I sometimes have zingers, okay? I sometimes have good zingers. All right, let's see what we're changing this. Me at all my admin for sure. Oh man. I didn't realize that the winner, it's the opposite. I guess, okay. All right. Yeah, you're about to determine the reality of this island. I can't believe that this is what we've come to. A mere elephant with a beautiful design, right? Like, she's literally a teapot. It's so cute. I've made her public enemy #1 for me. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, it's super rigged, actually. Does anyone ever do, like, the flip a coin where it's not necessarily what determines what you're doing, but it determines how you feel about it? That's how I treat flipping a coin. I know for a fact that I would likely regret resetting, but also... Do we have the thought bubble? Is the thought bubble still here? Thought bubble is still here. Okay, so we're putting this over here. Yep, that's the idea. Yeah, so that's the plan. So here, we're gonna do this. Okay. Tia's going to leave the next day. We're putting it into the ether. We're putting it into wherever problematic people's souls go to marinate. That Tia's leaving tomorrow. Can make Tia spin the wheel to decide her fate. The way we can lead Pokemon to... I know. So I still have this video in mind about, like, the comparison between Animal Crossing and Pokemon is not fair for either game because they're completely different game genres. So that's the leak central that I want to have. But the thing that I really hope that goes over to the Animal Crossing franchise as a genre is that I want the animals to have preferences in the same way that the Pokemon do. Like, give me, like, have Antonio give me a chair and say, I want to have this in this specific square of my of my house. The same way that when you are building the first 3 plots that you have to put items in that area. Like, I don't think that would be hard. Would I want them to be upset when I move it? Maybe not, because the crash out that Pokemon experience when you move their doll one way is hilarious. Yeah. Same tension levels as the water dunk barricade. All right. We're gonna be doing this for another like 20 minutes, okay? We've got 20 minutes. Tia has 20 minutes to get her shiitake mushrooms together, okay? Why is the phone ringing? I hear the cat food bowl. Oh. Ooh, we made a lot of money. Cool. All right. All right. Tia is of course inside, because why would she not be inside? Sure. Tammy, hello. I love Tammy. Oh my god. Why? Okay. Is nobody thinking a thinky thought? I don't understand the thinky thought thing anymore, because I feel that they don't transfer their thinky thoughts anymore like they used to. Man, I'm starting to sound old. They just don't do Animal Crossing like they used to anymore. When I was 5 years ago, they would actually have thought processes and... Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was complaining. What day is it today? Okay, Tuesday. Vesta, I appreciate the bit, but you're also getting in the way of my joy and I don't appreciate it. I love the weird PG version of swears that Americans and Canadians come up with. It's just so normal here. So, fun fact, I actually have a much more colorful vocabulary in real life than I do on stream. The reason why I don't curse on stream is because I have a wider audience, and I think that some level of swearing may be a bit jarring for others. And I'm not saying that I'm family friendly, although I would love for the entire family to watch, but like I try really hard to establish a filter because I've been so out of practice with having a filter, especially in professional settings. And so this is a really great practice for me to be like, oh no, you cannot curse all the time. Actually, although I'm sure that with the sentiments that I've been feeling and the crash that I've been having, that's not very professional either, but I had to level it. So there's a few instances like when I play a horror game like Little Nightmares, I think I dropped the shiitake mushrooms more than once. Yeah, no, shiitake mushrooms is from Spy Kids. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. Yeah, no, shiitake mushrooms is my favorite. And Forking Shirt Balls is from The Good Place, which I believe is one of the best shows ever produced, personally. I may be wrong, but it had a good start, it had a good ending, it had a good everything in between. And we have a campsite villager, because of course we do. Of course we do. But friends, we'll end on a bubbly note, so I'm not avoiding the bubble break. We're just gonna do that later. Yeah, The Good Place is great. It's a treat when chill streamer drops the F-bomb. I know. Okay, you're... Is Vesta still dating Antonio now that you're married? Are you still a polycule? I don't know anymore. We're in July. Things could have happened. Your anniversary happened. Well, happy anniversary. Oh my goodness, I missed their anniversary. Okay, we got people visiting. We got... Okay, come on, Tia. Tia, for the love of this island, if you loved me... Wow, that's a really crappy thing to say. Are you serious? Girl, what the heck? 3 in a row. Why? I haven't even been talking to you. Hi, Felicity. Oh my god. The bit's getting annoying now, actually. Actually, it's getting annoying now. Oh my god. Vesta, please. I know. Vesta, please. Oh, wait. There was a campsite villager. Hold on. No. Wait. We gotta see the crash out. We gotta see who's there. Hold on. I am a silly pants. No. There you go. Hold on. We gotta go see who is in the campsite. Our third campsite this stream, actually. Okay, Vesta's well, she wasn't thinking. She's just walking around with her, her broom. I can't even word. Her broom and her dustpan. And she's like, yeah, no worries. No worries. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. Why wouldn't anything be fine? Okay. All right, let's see. All right, y'all, just for the sake of time, we're not playing the game because we're not playing anymore. The island hangs in the balance. Leela's snoring in her dust basket. Oh, that's cute. All right, ready? Let's see who it is. If it is our girl Maddie, it's Shari. Okay, Shari, hi, bye, thank you. One of the villagers I considered for this island, actually. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is Vesta still here? It's a monkey day, apparently. Cool. Felicity's still here. Alright. Goodness gracious. Okay. She is a cutie. I like Shari. I don't understand why people get all bent out of shape because of the pea hands. Like, she's based off of a real species. That is so cool. Done. Hello, Diana. All right, let's see. All right. God, my brain is just... Oh my god. Please, Tia. Did someone message me? Okay. All right. My niece has said before that Shari's a good villager because she likes gardens. Yeah, like Shari. So here, we're gonna learn about Shari, actually. We're gonna learn about Shari the monkey. Yeah, she's based off of the squirrel monkey. They're a New World monkey of the genus Cimeri. It's only in the subfamily Cimeraceae, and they live in tropical forests of Central and South America in a canopy lair. Most species have parapatric or allopatric ranges, which is, what is it? Oh, two subpopulations of a species evolve reproductive isolation from one another. And, oh. Squirrel monkeys can only sweat through the palms of their hands and feet. This can have the effect of making their hands and feet feel damp to the touch. Squirrel monkeys must make use of their thermoregulation techniques such as behavioral changes and urine washing. So it's about keeping them cool, okay? Don't at them. Don't at them. Yeah, no, Shari's great. They're such cute monkeys too. What cuties. All right. Please. You put the soup in the Discord? Thank you. I may want soup after this crash out. Of course you are home. Of course you are. Of course you are. Who's thinking? No. Who's thinking? Any thoughts? Any thoughts besides the crocodile? Alright. We've got about 10 more minutes of this, y'all. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes of this. And then we'll see. Oh man, do I want to do this? Do I want to do the crazy thing of re-rolling the perfect island or the imperfect island? Do I want to do that? I don't know. That feels like a bad stress consideration. That's like me stress cutting my bangs. I don't know if that's a good idea. Hair grows back. An island does not. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm really happy to be back streaming. I've really missed hanging out with all of you. So thanks for being part of my Monday, y'all. Need to see what my friend is doing for the afternoon, and then I want to get some cleaning in. We have a dead body on stream. Cool. Who is this? Okay. Cool. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's see how bad this is going to be. All right, Antonio's not thinking a thinky thought. It's a Friday. Yeah. I don't understand. I don't. Yeah, no, Gulliver's been around. Cookie's here. Pack, is that Peck or Sparrow? No, it's Sparrow. Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow. Okay, you're not actually thinking now, which is nice. Alright. Should I just go back to modern day? Because it's July now. Should I go to August? They are absolutely pushing him off. I mean, he is man derogatory, so yes. It's Friday. Alright. Guess we're going to August then. Yep. We'll just go the month. Mm-hmm. Alright. What's the 1st August? Oh, we can't do it on the start of August because that's the, oh no. That's the fireworks. Classy, hello, how are you? We have been, oh my gosh, 32 months. Thank you so much for almost 3 years a member. That's crazy pants. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'll do a quick shout out for you, Classy. How are you? Classy, how is the, what's it called? The musical that the words escape me. I've had a day, Crystal, so like let me know it was Sweeney Todd. How is Sweeney Todd going? In a potential bad luck message from Katrina, it says his shipmates blocked him. That's fun. We're all done. How was it? So did the whole hair thing go okay? Did they find a blonde for you that felt natural? But it was really good. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, it seems like you had a good time. So -32. Okay, -32. I can math. 24. Okay. They figure that all out. That's so cool. That 24. There we go. We have been trying to get Tia in boxes for the past 3 hours. And we've come to the conclusion that we don't hate her. She's just in the way of our joy. That's the vibe right now. And if she does not leave, I may reset my forever island. I don't know. The crash out's real. The crash out is so real right now. We also maybe amiibo her out. I don't know. Oh my gosh, oh my god, the flowers are so bad. The flowers are so bad. We have to to do the spin the wheel to see the fate of this island. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I really cannot understand what's going on with this island. Thank you for having a thinky thought, however. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, so who should we... Okay, I guess if we amiibo out Tia and not punt this island to the sun. Okay, if we do that. What species, not what species, what personality should we replace Tia with? Should we balance out the boys and the ladies and the gents? Should we replace her with just another lady? What should we do? As I said, I also have these peeps, which I've learned. This is a third eye. Like, this girl has a third eye, a functioning third eye when she's excited. Bubbles, get out, respectfully. Balance, okay, find a boy. All right, what personality should we take then? We'll make the... Yeah. What personality? We could have two jocks be jockey at each other. Yeah, a jock, okay. I do really like, is it Turin? Tulin. I like Tulin a lot, but I already have a bird. Okay, I'll get out. I will actually look and see what jocks I have. All right, we have... We have Leonardo, who was my OG jock from 2020. We have Sterling, who was a punt on site because of the villager hunt that ended up getting Bunny. She's not home. She's not home. She's not home. Hi, Pietro. Are you joking? Are you really bloody for real? Okay, we got the traveling thought bubble. They're actually considering that this may be the end for them. That's great. I love that. All right. So we have Sterling. We have Samson. Who is the green pig that has the glasses? That's, wait. I have it in Hangul instead of, English. So, does anyone know who this pig is? It's not Spork. I know that much. I always get this one wrong. I have Rolled. I have Peck, but that's a bird, so I'd probably not want to do that. I have Bud, the lion. Cobb, thank you. I have Jay, who's another bird, so we're trying to avoid that. Let me see who else. I have Kit Kat, who I've had before. I have Cousteau. I like Cousteau a lot. He's the little frog boy with the mustache. I probably actually Cousteau instead of and just do Cousteau because I have Bam. I've already have Bam. Max already. And we don't have any frogs. Let's see what else. We have a visitor at the campsite because of course we do. Of course we do. Let me see what else. We have Antonio, but I already have Antonio. We have the other lion who's not Bud that has glasses. Whatever his name is. Mott? I think it's Mott. We have Mott. We have Rory, who I've already had for this island. And we have Kevin. Okay, so Kevin or Cousteau, or Frobert. Kevin, Cousteau, Frobert, or Igley. I think those are the ones, so I just need to remember. So Kevin, Cousteau, do a notebook. Excuse you. So Kevin, Cousteau, Frobert, or Igley. That's who we'll replace. And we'll also spin the wheel because we love chaos. Is she home? She's not home. No. Okay. Sure. Kevin reminds me of an IRL Kevin. He reminds me of, like, he's related to Daisy May and, like, just, and, oh my god, what's her name? I cannot word, but you know, the turnip lady. He reminds me of, like, he's Daisy May's older cousin. So I like him for that. Yeah, follow me to the hotel, sure. Sure. So yeah, I think Cousteau, it's either gonna be Cousteau or Kevin, I think. Because we already have a penguin, so no Igley. So it'd be Cousteau or Kevin, because we don't have a pig on this island. And you, like, listen, we love our superheroes, we love our first responders. You're getting a standard room, though. Yeah. You're getting a standard room, though. No. Standard room. Thank you. Oh, man. Alright, what day is this? What day are we at now? I need to see. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the money, though. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's Wednesday. Okay, we're going to go through the Thursday and the Friday to see if somebody is willing to go. And then we'll see what Friday holds. Is it a reset? Is it an Animal Crossing stream? I don't know. We're not playing this game. We're just gonna see who it is. If it's Maddie, I'm gonna lose my mind. If it's Maddie, I'm gonna cry. It's Eric. Eric's a good boy. Bye, Eric. Sorry. You are a great bean, though. I like Eric a lot. What's also great about Cousteau and Kevin is that they do stick with the "Are you for real, my girl?" All right. Eric. All right. So the first person. Actually, no. I think I want Cousteau. Cousteau is a good vibe. It's a good vibe. I was gonna be like, someone pick. I think I'm just gonna go with Cousteau, honestly. All right, let's get out Cousteau. Cause he's such a cute boy. He is such a cute boy. I like Cousteau a lot. Although I've never had Kevin before. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Invite a camper. There's a guest currently. If you invite a camper with amiibo, the guest will leave. Do you want to use an amiibo? Yes. Sorry, Eric. I kind of, like, punted you. I'm so sorry. Alright. There we go. So we'll invite him. We'll get to Friday. In-game. And, he is so cute, though. Look at this cute bean. Yeah, I like his cute little mustache. He's very cute. All right, let's see what this man wants. Watch him be like, I would like a gold toilet. And I'm like, well, oh well. Is there like literally no thoughts? No thoughts, head empty? Really? Yep, it's on the, yep, okay. I thought the mustache were his eyes for a second. So I feel like they did Candy dirty, the mouse, because in the early games, it literally looks like it's blush, but in New Horizons, with all of the high-res nonsense, she looks like she has two eyes, and like the eyes above her cheeks are like her, I don't know, her eyebrows or something, or eyelashes. Yo, big thanks for the invite. Wee wee. Okay, well, what do you want? This place is such a nice title. A wooden field sign. I can make one for you. Yeah, no, I got you, boo. I got you. This crash out's real, though. This crash out is super real. Okay, so wooden field sign. You thought her eyes were red for ages? Yeah. Wooden field sign, where are you? That's not the wooden field sign. Where's the wooden field sign? There it is. Oh, I have two. Oh well, whatever. We're just doing it. To think that Tia, like, the future of this island hangs in the balance. Mm-hmm. All done. Take it. Enjoy. Yep, that's just how we roll. Want you to have my muscle tank? Thanks. Yeah, no, I'll wear the muscle tank, sure. Way cooler than you expected. Oh, believe you me. Depending on how I feel in Friday in game, this may not be an island that exists anymore. Oh no. All right, we're at Thursday. The poor flowers. The poor flowers. I've been stuck with trying to get green mums, purple pansies, and blue roses on this island too. Those are the three flowers because I've been rebreeding them just to say that I did and to do something a little bit different. And they have been little tarts. They've been little tarts. It's been great. What am I gonna have for lunch? I think I want to do something with potatoes. Yeah, like maybe some potatoes and some sour cream and like some protein thing. Some protein thing. Yeah, that sounds nice. We've got Boomer. Thanks, Boomer. All right. This poor island's a mess. My flowers are all over the place. The weeds are crazy. Oh, my goodness. Right now it's Thursday. Click, thanks, thanks, thanks. Mm-hmm. How many visitors that we've had in the campsite so far? Oh my gosh, this thing's... we've had, what, 4? Like 4 or 5. Alright, girl, you're out. You're out, right? You're thinking a thinky thought, right? Lunch was a hit, and I quickly wrote down I did my take again tomorrow, but bad news, I think I'm off coffee. Oh no! Like all coffee, or like caffeine coffee. Because I've been caffeine free for the most part, with the exception of like chocolate, so no caffeinated drinks, really, since I started medicating for ADHD. And they've really been upping their game with decaf, because for the most part they've been doing a pretty good job with flavor. But when I was going, I went through a withdrawal And it's not like I was drinking a lot of coffee in the day, but I have been drinking coffee since like I was in single digits. And so it was hard getting rid of coffee that way. And mostly it's the ritual in the morning, because I really like coffee in the morning. I like the flavor, I like the experience of sitting with a cup. So decaf has been really nice. All right. Anybody have a thinky thought? Anybody? Anybody at all? Hi, Fang. Don't worry, your life is just in the balance. No big. Because this one elephant... Tia. Okay. Watch it be tomorrow, like the last day. I'm mostly just saying this for my sanity. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. Anything? No. Alright, what do you want, man? What joy will you bring to us? I've been drinking more hot black tea and peppermint in the evenings, but I think coffee just tastes bad to you now? Oh no. Oh no. What do you need? A mountain standee? I could make one for you. Sure. Cousteau, he was one of my OGs in New Leaf. And then he moved away for some competition just before New Year's. Aw, that's nice. Okay, mountain standee. Let's craft. Yeah, I like Cousteau a lot. He's, I think he's one of my favorite jocks. I really just like him as a villager. The design's really cute. And he's been very, very cheap when it comes to crafting supplies. So he's already a win in my book. He's already a win. Alright, you, hello. Are you still working on my mountain? I got it. I got your mountain, man. Yeah, there we go. Everyone Lagan's been awesome. They've also got amazing triceps. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. A happy tea? What's the happy tea? Thanks for putting on that work. It's extremely muscular of you. I thought it said mascular, like it's extremely masculine of me. I'm like, well, thanks. Happy tea. What's this one? Cute. All right. Okay, we're gonna see if there's a thought bubble. We're gonna see if there's a thought bubble. And then we'll move on to Friday, and then we'll spin the wheel. We will spin the wheel. And see what that means. For the rest of my life, will I regret this? Tia. Oh, speaking of candy. There's candy. Yeah, with the eyes. Yeah, like, does not this girl look like she has red eyes with, like, little flippin', blinky eyelashes? Yeah, thanks, Candy. Good to see you. Okay. That's so cute, though. The other thing that I want from Pokemon to be brought here is, like, can they please use the items? Can they please interact with the items the way that Pokemon do? That would be kind of great, actually. Her glasses sit over her blush. I know, I know. Alright, you're looking at things. You're sitting at things. Tia. Maybe she does like this thing, like the whole time. Yeah, like just literally right here. This is very uncomfortable for my nose. That's very uncomfortable for my nose, actually. All right, listen, Tia, bestie boo. I don't know what I did to deserve this cruelty, but you're being cruel. And if I wanted to get cruelty on payment, I would have asked somebody to do that for me. Okay, thinky thoughts. No, you're just being cute. Okay. Oh my god, the flowers are awful over here. Oh my god. Okay. There's no thinky thoughts to be had. Are you quite for real? Though, really? Okay. Alright. Well, we've got one more day. One more day for Tia to get her collective shiz together. Yep, one more day. And then we spin the wheel. And then we spin the wheel. Yep, yep. Yep. Oh man. This is just, I mean, this is the second time this year that I've tried to kick out Tia on stream. It's been nearly 4 hours and this girl will not leave. I don't understand. I don't understand. Tigress, hello. Ooh, we have a new handle. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Here, I'll do a quick SO for ya. How are you doing, Tigress? It's her island now. She is literally the main character. It is main elephant syndrome. It's the worst one in the village. I know. No, but like, here's the thing, Tigress. We have come up with this statement that we don't hate her. She's just in the way of our joy. That's the problem. I have no issue with Tia until today. Until today, she was fine. She was perfectly fine. But instead, like, this is the second time that we've tried to get rid of her. I'm doing okay. We had 2 weeks prior where the kiddo had pertussis and we were in isolation, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. He's back at school or daycare. Hubs Mod's back at school. We all had to isolate, so we were in quarantine. But we're all doing much better. And I don't know why this island thinks that it's a 5-star island. That is also very rude. Yeah, no, he's doing much better. With the joys of being vaccinated, we have less of an issue. Really? Okay, there has to be a thinky thought. There has to be. Tia. Oh my god. Yeah, but how are you doing? How are things? We're doing our best and that's enough. Yep. Oh my god, the amount of flowers that have flowered is crazy. But yeah, the crash out is that if I can't get her to leave, I've considered stress resetting this island. I'm doing good. Been playing Mario Galaxy for the first time and it's been fun. Ooh, that does sound really fun. Did you pick up Tamagotchi Life at all? It's not a game for me, so I haven't been playing it, but I like watching other people. I like the crash out from other people. Tia. Oh my god. Tia. I have not gotten Tamagotchi Life. The backlog is backlogging. Actually, oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Pocopia has put me in a chokehold that I say yes, please. It's the game that I definitely needed in my life. And oh, are you checking out your husband? Yeah, you're checking out your husband. Yeah, you are. And you're just like, I'm just sitting here wiggling my okay. Like, listen. This may be the one reason why I just don't want to reset the island. Can we just appreciate the little wiggle waggles of the feeties? Like the little toe beans. The little webbed flipper flappers. Like, that is the cutest thing I have seen in 5 minutes. That is adorable. And yet Tia refuses. Tia! Pokopia is fun, but the Pokemon are too needy. Like, I know. Or they come up to you like, I have something important to tell you. Like, okay, what? It's a berry, enjoy. I'm like, thanks. I had a thought process that I was working through. But thanks. This island. All right. We're going to invite. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to actual time. We're gonna go to actual time. We're going to see if Tia has decided to go back. We're going to invite Cousteau. And we're going to spin the wheel and we're gonna see. Yeah, again, I have this video in mind for Pokopia and Animal Crossing and why they're both really great games in their own right, and that comparing them is not fair. But the one thing that I've realized is like Pokopia is the thing of like if you want to have that locking in thing versus Animal Crossing where you just want to zone out and chill. You'll be dealing with a life or death problem, they'll literally come bother you with anything and every problem they have, no matter how. I know. But see, that's, again, this feels very Pokemon-y because, like, they're Pokemon. What they consider life or death or super important is very specific to being a Pokemon and not, like, a human, which has also made me realize that Pokemon in the world of Pokemon are sapient creatures. Like, they are sapient. They think, they feel, they make decisions, and I'm like, wow, humans literally eat Pokemon. They're literally eating sapient creatures in the world. Wait, are you home? Wow. Yeah, no, they're getting too good. Okay, do we have any thinky thought at all? No. All right, let's invite Cousteau. The Lifesim fans are getting so much good food. I know, they're literally eating right now. All right. The positive, I guess, is that if Tia is just somehow like has amiibo blocked or island blocked me from leaving, and we get our girl Winnie to leave, we can go villager hunting for Maddie. So, I mean, I guess that's fine too. Yes. All right. This is Cousteau, lifting pro. Need something lifted. Sure, I'll visit your campsite. Weird. I was just thinking about the jogging there. I love the fact that no matter how far between times that you've invited them, so long as like it's 3 times, they'll come to your island. So, shall we spin the wheel first, or shall we, let's spin the wheel first. Okay. Okay. Do we reset Lagom? Do we reset Lagom? Do we reset Lagom? Nope, we don't reset Lagom. Cool. Okay, so let's invite Cousteau and call it for... Are you joking? Right now? Like, for bloody reals. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you seriously joking? Right now? Y'all, I don't think I was ever gonna reset my island. I love my island too much. I think I made you the reset-y thing though, because I have been wanting, like, I love what I've done with my island. It's just, there's something missing. There's something missing. So I don't know. Some firewood, sure. You are so easy to please, though. Thanks. You're leaving tomorrow no matter how hard I looked. It's gonna be great. Yeah, no, again, I thought I had my arch nemesis, Frank's amiibo, and I figured that it would be much more hilarious that over the course of 3 hours, I ended up getting Frank on an island, and what am I doing? So, yeah, no, I love this island too much. I think I just need to do something different with it. Either that, or I just need to, like, actually finish decorating, because I haven't actually finished decorating this island. All right, also, let's see if it's a thinky thought, because wouldn't that be hilarious if somebody decided to leave? Wouldn't that be hilarious? All right, dude, thank you for being on this island. You're gonna live here now. We're giving you the belief that you have a choice. You don't, but that's okay. You can give me your elegant hat, that's fine. You can do that. Yeah. But I'm still gonna come up with a new workout routine. You should. This place is too cool. Alright. I'm on a quest to take my fitness to the next level. You should come live with us, though. That means a lot. I really want to pay him back, but I don't have anything. You will if you move here. You sure? Okay, I'm in. I'll call resident services. I just got the Splatoon amiibos, and wait, hold on, I just saw it. To my island, I'm super excited. The hotel's ruining the aesthetic of my all-squirrel island, though. You know what you could do, Tigress? You could dress the, you could dress up the, what's it called? The hotel visitors like they're gardeners, right? So it's like they're like behind the scenes. You could do that, and so it's like they're there specifically for the squirrel's peace of mind. For you, not for him, I know. Go for it. Alright. Girl bye. Oh my god. Yes. Girl bye. Also, I love the fact that they are gender neutral with the them. Oh, never mind. She seemed really nice. Kind of nervous, though. I hope she likes her new home. Anyway, what's your name again? Artsy, see you around. Cool. Wait, that's a great idea. Yeah, so something that I've been thinking of doing is I really have wanted to do, like, construction core where this entire island is under construction. So it's like, the houses are being built around, like, everything is, like, it looks like they're building an island, right? And so you can create the hotel visitors to look like they are construction workers, and I thought that would be really fun. So you can do that. I was also thinking of doing like a campground thing where they're all dressed as like campers. I thought that would be cute too. All right. This took so long. This took so long. Oh, hi, Artsy. I meant to tell you before now, but I never found the right time. I'm moving out to a new island tomorrow. Sorry to spring. I'm shocked. Shocked. I did not even see it coming, actually. Didn't see it coming. It is a complete blow to the community. It is a time, you know. The cat's on you, you're a chosen one. All right. It is okay, so Antonio didn't ask to leave. All right, so friends, thank you so much for being part of the crash out. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm not resetting Lagom as of yet. I think I would actually like to 100% this island. I think I'd like to do that. So let's go over to chatting with the chat, shall we? And let's see who we can raid. Let's see, redirect. Is anyone live? Deacon's live. He's currently working on Graveyard Keeper. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go do that. We haven't raided him in a bit. So friends, thank you all so much. Oh no, anyway, bye. I know, right? Starts humming, he had it coming. I know, she only had herself to blame. Although we don't do victim blaming, it's entirely my fault. It was either that or destroy the island. So Tia took it for the team. So we love that for her. Anyway, friends, let's do a nice big belly breath inhale. and exhale. I am hungry. So we'll do another one, a nice big belly breath inhale and exhale. All right, friends. I'll see you Friday. Maybe I'll do a vote, like an actual vote where I'll listen to the chat, but we'll do a vote whether or not we'll continue with Animal Crossing or we'll go back to Pocopia, because there's a lot of Pocopia that we can do, or we can do a different game. We can go back to Stardew Valley to finish the 250 chicken challenge. We could do Echoes of the Plum Grove, which I was gifted from another person, so we could do that. But anyway, friends, thank you all so much for hanging out. We're gonna go hang at Deconstruction Gaming, who's doing Graveyard Keeper. So I'll see you over there briefly, and I'm going to leave you with a sentiment that I leave on every live stream and video, that I hope you're being kind to yourself and being kind to others and making art and playing games and encouraging others to do the same. And oh my gosh, 32 months. Thank you for the stream. Also Plum Grove. Okay, we'll consider it. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.